sih yang belum dijawab kan bisa. Ada suara aku nggak guys? Wait a second, something is wrong guys. Bentar guys, kenapa ini suaranya? Kenapa suara kecil banget? Hello? Kenapa suara kecil banget ya? Bentar guys. Coba mate. Something is wrong. What happened? Kenapa suaraku kecil banget? Bentar ya guys. Something is definitely not right here. Absen kan nih? Ada Kak Fatza, ada Kak Ajax, ada Kak Nando, General Nando, ada Fergie, ada Rin. Welcome guys. Welcome. Bentar ya, ini kenapa ya? Suara kenapa kecil banget ya? Bentar ya guys. Apa ya? Betul ini suara dari tuh video kenceng amat emang ya. Bentar guys. Suara dari videonya kekencengan ya. Enggak, ini suara akunya kekecilan. Something is definitely wrong. Biasanya aku pasang mic itu aku kecilin, ya deh aku gedein aja deh di OBS. Kayak gini ya. Ini aman ya. Oke. Suara ininya aku normalin aja kayak biasa.
왕이 어디를 가든 항상 왕의 뒷배경을 차지했던 그림입니다. 이 그림은 아직 미완성입니다. 왕이 비로소 앞에 앉아.
Sabar ya guys. Ini kayak agak-agak tulalit. Nah. Oh ini jadi ceritanya apa? Ini dulu guys. Apa? Trailernya dulu. Aku mau kencengin, aku gak kedengeran soal suara ininya sendiri, aku gak denger coy. Gila. Oh my god.
그때도 약간 SKT라는 팀 자체가 몇 단계 더 위에 있다라고 많이 느꼈었는데 페이커 선수는 높은 곳에 올라가려면 늘 마주해야 하는 벽 같은 존재였었어요.
Yakin Tion menang galer.
그때 페이커 선수를
kalau gue bilang yakin sih bohong ya, karena JDG-nya juga nggak kaleng-kaleng guys. Jadi kalau gue bilang easy win, nggak mungkin easy win. Ini minimal maksimal itu pasti 5 game. Mau ambil makanan ya, udah buru. Wih telat jam 3 belum band pick makanya. Ada aku kira bakal udah band pick dulu, ternyata belum. Oke, so aku akan kasih summarize ya guys. Aku akan kasih summarize tentang kondisi kenapa aku sangat mendukung T1 saat ini. Karena apparently di sini adalah terakhir kalinya roster ini akan main gitu ya. Ini adalah terakhir kalinya roster T1 yang ini main bareng. Kayaknya tahun depan bakal ganti roster gitu. Jadi I really hope they win something with this roster gitu. Itu doaku gitu. Pengennya begitu. Pengennya gitu. Kayak istilahnya gimana ya, last win lah gitu. Let's go. Ini sangat dakdikduk der ya. Selama ada Faker, T1 tetap T1 ya. Perkaranya itu nggak tahu deh, si Faker tetap ada nggak ya, atau Fakernya retired, I don't know, I don't think so. Gue tidak merasa dia akan retire this quick. Yang pasti kayak dia belum akan retire from my point of view. Kalau juara kayaknya sih pensi, mungkin ya, karena justru kayaknya kehausannya Faker saat ini itu cuman satu, yaitu dia belum menang Worlds lagi setelah sekian tahun gitu. Jadi menurut gue kalau misalkan dia menang one last time, itu udah kayak selesai guys. Sekian, terima kasih gitu kata Faker. Faker bilang sekian dan terima kasih gitu. Oh my god, ini gokil banget sih. Ini adalah match of the year. Ini lagunya Legend Never Die lagi. Oh my god. Tapi kayak ini lagu Faker banget gila. Kayak he might lose but he never die gitu loh. Dia tetep naik lagi gitu loh. Hebat tuh Faker gitu anjir. Ya kayak ini kalau T1 menang gue bisa nangis dah. gue nangis. Kalau T1 menang Worlds bisa nangis kayak. Kayak sangat. It's so exciting. AFK dulu lah, oke.
If you are a fan of League of Legends in any capacity, you are eating good right now. After that introduction, thank you so much to the team behind it. Of course, we're jumping right into picks and bans, however.
Rumble is still up here. Hold on.
And two big things immediately. This is the thing that happened in spring as well. Ashe, T1 not allowed to have it. Both Guma and Carry use it amazingly well, but also Rakan missing.
Oke, this is the ban pick. Gak ada orang di final sebanyak Faker. Ya, I mean jam terbangnya dia sih gokil banget. Sampai waktu itu gue pernah baca kayak Faker actually made Riot LOL itu have to do big changes to most of the mid champions just because of him. Gara-gara dia banyak champion mid itu yang di nerf pas tahun-tahun awal dia masuk. Oke. How powerful. Gitu aja sih. Oke, kita tidak tahu ya apa yang terjadi. Aku masih belum tahu. Aku tidak tahu JDG tipe player yang seperti apa. Jadi we'll see. Perusak meta dia, iya. Kayak something that people don't actually think about gitu ya. Orang nggak kepikiran gitu ya mungkin ya. Tapi ya udah si Faker bisa aja gitu. Okay, I'm back. Welcome back. Okay, so Kanavi is gonna be using Akali Dan perkaranya adalah akalinya Kanavi itu agak boleh-boleh ya, lumayan sih dari game kemarin. Kemarin kan kita nobar bareng juga tuh yang JDG. Enggak ding, aku nonton sendiri JDG lawan KP. Rusak game, Faker mah, Roti ketakutan Faker udah main LOL. Jadi dia ngomong apa pasti diikutin. Iya. Gokil dia soalnya. Terlalu gokil. Okay, so we're going back with Zeus pakai Atrox guys ya. Sebenarnya aku nggak tahu sih metanya kayak kombonya tuh siapa harusnya kayak siapa sama siapa yang dijadiin satu gitu kayak supportnya siapa, botnya siapa itu aku tidak tahu sih sebenarnya kombonya ya aku kurang tahu. Cuman ya I kinda did know who's who and what's what. Cuman kayak oh ini kalau ini pasti picknya ini gitu aku tidak tahu ya. Jadi kita fun nobar aja guys. Kayak pengetahuanku tidak sebanyak itu terkait itu. Aku hanya menikmati. Jadi mari kita lihat pertarungan T1 versus JDG. Let's go. Oh, bantalku jatuh. Nah. Oke. Saya, oke. Dilepas sayahnya ya. Oke, kita lihat Gumayusi Keria akan pakai apa? Combo seperti apa yang akan dimainkan oleh Gumayusi and Keria? Wow. Terakhir Keria sempet nge-shadow pick Bard dan semuanya kayak Bard, and then yeah he actually pick Bard now. Yeah, Jin Bard. I don't know what's going on with Jin and Bard, but let's go. Okay, with Saya and Alistar at the opposite. Let's go. Claire, halo G, welcome. Ntar ya, nanti ada Easy guys. Easy-nya lagi ambil makan. Jadi ntar dulu ya. Ini dia Easy-nya guys. Ngomong G. Easy is back. Di, nape lu dateng di bang? Nah, dah. Faker seneng amat sama Oriana. Dia buat apa? Buat team fightnya Asoy soalnya lumayan Asoy G-boy. Nge-airborne gak sih dia?
Apa?
Ultinya Oriana?
Iya.
Nge-airborne. Jadi lumayan oke lah ya buat team fight gitu guys. Jalan dikit. Oke, diam lu di. Dadi datang dadi. Oke, kemarin kita lihat. Tapi biasanya kalau T1 mereka panasnya lama sih. Biasanya kalau lawannya kayak JDG gini, dia game pertama nggak langsung menang nggak sih? Ya nggak sih? Usually like that. Jadi biasanya game pertamanya tuh tidak menang gitu. Atau kalau biasanya awalnya menang gitu kan, blunder gitu ya. Gitu kalau T1 sih ya metanya begitu biasanya. Let's go. Ini Dota ya, palamu Dota. pala kowe Dota.
Adjust this match if we can shift these early expectations. And Jin, I think, is going to remain the #1 question throughout this entire game. How effective can it be? Ruler obviously opting for the cleanse makes sense against so much CC, but what can they do in the early laning phase specifically?
And those early lane phase, what we expect them to be is to be a lot of push mid for Faker against this Akali. Knight
Oke.
Akali, early levels.
Tim Korea pada telat panas, bukan ini babaji.
So the Orion
Apa jadi
is gonna
babaji?
get the push. JDG with 369 on top side, the Rumble
Babaji.
get plenty of push versus the Aatrox.
Mana seperti ini babaji.
So I wanna see
Maaf ya
what
guys
they
kalau
do.
kualitinya agak busuk karena tadi saya sudah coba pakai quality 1080 tapi nge-lag ya. Jadi alangkah baiknya jika kalian ingin kualitas yang lebih baik silakan buka sendiri, oke? Nggak bisa guys ya. Ini nama gamenya Free Fire, bodo amat nih, ayo dance guys.
Essentially has none as a level 1 Alistar.
Ayo joget ini guys, ayo dance. Oke.
Also do take note, we already have owner
Belum, gue mau bikin voting, lupa, bener juging.
jungle. Didn't actually see, I think, where
Kita
owner
beli.
started. We'll obviously find it out soon. As
Bikin
soon as
voting
Kanavi
dulu,
figures it out,
voting.
but the timing window might just be there.
It's perfect for the setup.
Now they know.
Total control of the lane, but just now sees owner mounting up on the way
Oke.
in, looking to lock
Oke,
in.
digerebek.
369 still standing for now. Will he burn the
Tapi
box or
kemarin
is it
casternya ada yang ngomong gini guys. Finally, owner is getting back on track gitu ya. Apa sih, dia belakangan ini lagi bagus mainnya. Lagi sadar dia. Dari kemarin-kemarin celeng.
Lagi nggak mau nge-troll.
Iya, lagi nggak nge-throw dia bagus. Halo Claire, halo Putra. Atrox, Ori, Jin dari belakang, T1 sekarang seneng banget. FTV taktik apa itu?
Carry coming through, magical journey through the wall. Will just
Oh ini dia sudah masuk babak final. Ini masih semifinal. Semifinal guys ya. Masih semi.
To go back to in his own jungle, even gets stunned up here in mid lane by Garia, further delaying him. Everybody knows, T1 know his only option is to come topside towards the scuttle crab or towards some more blue camps here. So it looks like owner comes up, he covers that top scuttle crab, and there is nothing for Kanavi.
Not only that, but owner already has been able to get it back in. Whereas
Run to
Kanavi
back.
still has to
Oh yeah.
pivot, and this timing window was so
Digerebek
short
sama
because you
rel.
see Kanavi there pinging. They know that owner is on the top side of the map. 369 just wasn't able to get the wave in time.
And the key is this ward right here that they had to see the regular gank path is all.
Oh masih babak semifinal. Oke, but Claire is my final. Oh my god, bolehkah begitu Putra?
Three camp clears JDG's side of the jungle, comes from behind you with a red buff, and that is going to influence the data on our Aatrox Rumble.
Oke, jadi sebenarnya si Babang Kanavi dan Babang Ruler ini orang Korea guys. Dia dulu tim Korea. Mereka itu tim Korea dulu.
You know what they say? The most important part of a top lane matchup is jungle.
Yeah! No fair fights in the
So
top lane.
guys,
Also, you know, Zeus went for
ternyata
both
aslinya
lanes, so really opting into the early
tim
lane
Korea
defense
dulu.
in addition to
Sempet
the
setim juga sama Faker malah.
a lot more combat stats to try and stay on parity, 'cause if you can mitigate the
Mereka ini sempat
early on,
satu tim guys ya.
gets you to the point where the Aatrox can
Pernah
actually
setim.
skirmish. And as already mentioned, I do expect it to be extra good given that you're playing to double AP topside, and T1 have been very aggressive in securing early heralds.
It's 5 minutes into the game. T1 already have a 1,000 gold lead. No objectives taken quite yet. Herald, of course, hasn't even spawned. But T1, we expected them to pull ahead in the laning phase.
Why Rumble
but they
top
are
though?
much further
Lah,
than just a
emang
little
Rumble
bit
top
ahead at
terus
this stage
piye?
of the game.
Yeah, it's so interesting and fun to compare the playstyle of these two juggernaut teams. Absolute
Sering kok
masters
Rumble
here
top.
at Worlds in very different arenas.
Gitu
T1
guys.
master
Apa iya katanya Ruler orang Bogor lah.
into mid-game and into end.
Melokal dia gimana?
Meanwhile, JDG, they have not put a lot of effort in a lot of their games into getting huge early leads, but they have been explosive in
Goals
their
of life
mid-game
beh
team fights
banget.
and actually have a quicker average game time because of it.
Bolehkah se-goals of life gitu aja.
Aggressively stack dragons.
Kiu cukrukuk.
We do see Knight already here. Doesn't look like T1 is going to be able to contest this.
Zeus going for the soul.
Buh!
Oh, and he just gets the kill.
Zeus with his Atrox bro. Gels. Gel.
God of lightning, god of the top lane. dirt again. Whoa.
And for T1, after the chase performance we saw last week, we wondered what level Zeus would be at, what level C69 would be at in this matchup. When he got the Rumble, I thought for sure he'd be favored, but Zeus.
Rumble gaji. Kenapa gaji? Rumble is good. Ya buat dia
Emang
di akhir
gaji.
akhir.
Aku juga ngomongnya.
Nah, kemarin siapa? Siapa yang pakai Rumble kemarin ya? Kemarin ada yang pakai Rumble guys di top. Siapa ya? Lupa aku. BLG apa? Siapa ya? Kemarin. Ya pokoknya adalah. I kind of forget who. Ya di top lawannya Atrox menang-menang. Ya nggak salah. Tidak salah jika itu yang dibahas adalah benar gitu. Tapi ya ada yang pick, ada juga yang pick Rumble di top. Tapi ya kalau lawannya Atrox kadang suka I don't know. Claire dukung ke T1 apa musuhnya? T1 lah bos. Adik-adik gue. Ah, T1.
Say 1-2 item spikes and the 5v5. So delaying the point where T1 forces you into a must-fight scenario with Drake stacking early on has
T1 number 1 real.
Knight has been able to do a really good job of mitigating early presence and
Penyembah T1, let's
by
go.
just staying on CS parity.
I have to say, especially with the early money and being behind, the early money going into Oblivion Orb and being behind, this Rumble is not going to have the same impact that we have seen Rumble at this tournament. Those team fight ultimates that he is supposed to bring for these objectives are going to be so much weaker than you're used to seeing.
2-0 Atrox.
Really be there for JDG.
T1's gonna win.
T1 are going to feel very confident about this mid game and try.
Yang penting owner jangan blunder aja.
The top side does see Navi as he comes over with that scryer.
Gitu aja sih guys yang penting.
They're calling up everybody here. This is going to be a full 5-on-5. Both bot lanes coming.
Ultimates available for either support.
Di perhelatan Worlds ini kira-kira ada lomba cosplaynya nggak ya? Waduh. Tapi kayaknya yang nonton ada yang cosplay nih, minimal 1 lah pasti. Ada nggak sih?
Ya, kayaknya.
Masa nggak ada? Nanti mungkin di final sekali ya. Siapa yang dapat? Oh, Atrox. Wih, hidup dia. Kok terbakar? Terignite. Wanjay. Gila, gue Mayusi. Gila. Tadi gue kira si Gumayusi nggak lihat anjir yang di sebelah kiri. Oh my god.
Oh yang dapat hero tuh musuh sekali.
Oh yang dapat musuh.
Iya sekali. JDG.
Oh iya telat ownernya. Oh kena ini ultinya bar. Gila. Oh my god, pada pakai flash semua, let's go. Iya. Oh enggak, Faker sama Gumayusi nggak pakai flash. Sore Claire, halo Serio, welcome. Serangan kombonya ngeri, real. Ada digrebek.
Very big for getting him back on trap. They need to get 369 and turret plate up there as well. Rip Trail dropped in the mid lane. Looks like Knight was actually the one who got to pick it up. Nice, so he's going to be able to get the full gold on it. Didn't have to split it with Kanavi there. Isolates it a little bit more, but next dragon coming up pretty soon as well. Only 10 seconds left on that clock. And Carrier is already trying to get a little bit deeper vision for the setup.
Pretty big moment here. These are the types of plays that JDG need to make if they want to make sure that this gold doesn't grow further. Right, shutting down Zeus, not allowing him to
sangat
isolate 1v1. Because we've seen in the series against
sangat
Clairene
ini ya,
being very patient there. Zeus walks up and
apa,
Nords gets
sangat
taken out even without the
seru.
available fortify.
Reminder that when we talk about JDG, we talk about scaling graciously, being willing to lose something here or there, so when they hit 2 items, they can find the perfect angle for a fight, something they are so incredibly good at doing. That said, T1 taking control for so much in this early game, almost 2K in their favor. They're not willing to give up this drink for free. Owner into the pit, and he will steal it
Buh,
right out of Kanavi's hands. Kurt calling the wall. There is no
di depan muka Kanavi dia. Tak kenapa gue ngerasa Baron dan Dragon di LoL kegedean. Batu Baron dan Dragon. Batu? Batu naon? Tembok? Hah? Batu apaan anjir? Jangan bikin aku bingung. Batu apa? Oh, temboknya. She's still IOI cuy. Gila. Kayaknya mereka kemarin habis makan ini nih guys, sesuatu. Makan enak ini. Happy banget nih kayaknya. Ini sangat bersemangat, sangat apa? Sangat cemerlang gitu cara pikirnya tiba-tiba. Ini apa ini? Happy nih naon. Gokil kali. Mereka habis makan wagyu alapan, buset sampai 8. Tapi iya sih, apa emang pitnya di sini emang gede ya, tebel gitu ya. Jadi ya mau nggak mau mesti dilewatin gitu aja guys. Harus pakai flash makanya. Habis itu dikasih daging tomahawk sama manajer. Kasih makan enak guys ya. Ini pembetulan gizi.
Uji.
Gila.
Look at the timing on 369 flash. Just a couple of seconds later and he would have been able to flash that. Would have been fine. But T1 is targeting this top side so insanely heavy. And it all comes from Carrier's Bard. And it's not done. Clean sidestep, nice backstep as well. Shattering strike.
Gila. Brutal kali mereka ini. Gue nekor tiap hari makan tomahawk di kerajaan. Kolesterol anjrit. Enggak gitu juga maksudnya. Makan enak sih makan enak, kolesterol iya gue. Kolesterol mah urusan belakangan, males banget.
They're a team that's loved around the world, right? They're heavy favorites in the vote, but coming into this tournament, JDG felt like
Let's go. T1.
You know, a chance for
T1.
so many times, and they're making good on all that faith from all the fans here in Busan.
Kayaknya kata gue sih gini, si T1 tuh determined banget. Dia bener-bener determined kayak gue harus menang kali ini anjir gitu loh. Kayak biasanya mereka kayak ngetro gitu kan. Ini kayak ayo menang anjing gitu lah. Akhirnya for nggak tahu Hominiers kan sadar juga gitu.
About it yet, right? But T1 in particular, if they can reach a point where players like Zeus, even with this lethality build, can just sustain for everything, it becomes really hard for JDG because their rumble is so far behind to actually have the damage output until you get to way later in the game to take down T1.
One thing that's so cool about the T1 bottom lane here and them continuing to innovate on the world's meta is that with Jhin and Bard, you have so many pick tools for the mid of the game. When you get towers down so early like this, it frees up a lot of space to go in. Room for carrier to make some picks here with the Bard ultimate, as well as Gumayushi with these W's.
Tapi ultinya Bard sangat good for ini sih, apa? Mendekatkan range terhadap musuh.
So scared is JDG because Zeus can just split push and then still teleport into the rest of the team towards this dragon spawn. There he comes.
Now the curtain call comes out, isolating Kanavi. Carrier now on the follow, trying to take the jungler out before the dragon comes alive. Ignite already burning down. Kanavi running.
Kanavi berlari.
They're going to need to fight soon.
Look at that. Zeus was able to push the wave all the way up. He teleports down to the bottom side. Now T1 have the minion wave crashing top side. They can push out.
Ntar Aimin dulu,
and
guys.
they're threatening JDG on this team fight. Zeus on the flank, down bottom, in the tri-brush.
Herald already utilized. Going to create some pressure, going to break open.
Okay.
At the very least, T1 already pulling ahead of the play. If they can get the Drake as well, it's everything.
Mid dihancurkan
Owner waiting in the dark.
sama Herald. Dengar-dengar sih habis Worlds ini Baron pindah base camp. Claire, dia mau di tengah-tengah lane mid jadi patung persimpangan. Bosen di kandang. Nggak, katanya habis ini berdasarkan dari trailer skin Heartsteel, kalau nggak salah ya Heartsteel, itu ada cuplikan mapnya. Yang diincer Zeus. Oke, jadi yang di pit, Baron pitnya itu udah nggak ada Baronnya lagi, guys. There's no more Baron there. Gitu. Oke, map baru, bukan map baru sih, tapi kayak di apa? Di change gitu. Jadi kayak si yang bagian Baron pitnya itu udah nggak ada pitnya lagi.
Jangan sini T1-nya. Jangan
Suara lu kecil banget anjing, Ji.
emang iya.
Oke, gara-gara kemarin deh. Enggak, gue gedein dulu. Gara-gara kemarin nobar, si. Dah, ngomong, Ji.
Udah menang nggak sih T1-nya?
Gede baru. Di nerf itu temboknya. Yang di nerf tembok. Hari di nerf tembok.
Apa?
Ini rumah di
Apa?
Ini rumah di Deep.
Mau.
Apa?
Alas. Mana Didit gak login?
Malah login anjing, udah nobar. Babi. Faker tapi mantep bet emang. Memang. Mana aja.
Bohong banget.
Baru udah bosan dikandangin, iya. Jadi pagar rumahnya dihilangin guys ya gitu untuk mencegah hal-hal yang tidak diinginkan. Jadi pagarnya dihilangkan gitu. Aduh anjrit, aing sendawa ya. Gara-gara habis makan pedes ya. Gara-gara habis makan pedes. Itu ini anjing. Sampai ke hidung-hidung pedesnya gara-gara sendawa.
Lock-in as well coming out for Carrier just to make sure that it's that much harder to burst through Gumayushi. And with JDG so far behind in so many positions, they might just not have enough damage to finish off these priority targets. Carrier going in. Lineup not quite there, but the captive audience now coming through.
Mati, sapinya mati.
Sapi.
Iya, sapinya dead.
Damn. Tembok hilang jadi bisa ditarik sono sini dong ya, atau pakai skill vakum. Buset. Sedot sana sini. Oh.
Kenapa Ji?
Serah.
Nolan ini. Penny lah ya, Penny.
Tapi
Ya
Bart
udah.
sakit anjir, real.
Iya lumayan.
Bart,
lumayan sakit.
Bart lumayan berdamage ya. Terus dia bisa nge-stun juga kan kalau kena tembok.
Iya kah?
Bukannya bisa.
Bukannya stunnya itu kalau kayak Miss Fortune itu skill satunya.
Iya bukannya gitu. Kalau kena tembok kan? Gak salah kan gua?
Nah, jangan sekalian
Bener kan?
lawan.
Kalau kena tembok nge-stun.
But you gotta imagine as soon as the Baron is going to get started by T1, their take is
Kalian mau nggak,
amazing,
Matt?
but that has to be the next objective.
Area there. Knows Knight's gonna go for the E on his tumble backward.
Iya,
Stuns him up, hits him. But here's a look at the encounter.
Mending
It's so
jungle nggak sih,
beautiful.
Ji?
Kanavi
Nggak mau.
locking Guma up, and then they get the
Aku nggak mau jungle, oleh.
He doesn't even get to move. And Guma usually is dead.
Yeah, if Guma gets caught in the Bard Earl there, then he actually survives, right? It is the fact that
Udah
he
menang ini T1.
got knocked out of it there
Tuh.
at the end. And as a result, ends up going down. T1 tries to get more extra kills, but won't find it.
Dia
This
nggak
is a real test
Min,
for
eh.
JDG. Even with the deficit,
Min.
can they maybe find a big wombo combo on top of a Rumble ultimate when T1 goes for Nash?
And a test for T1 to make sure that they can take this Baron cleanly or continue to push their advantage forward. So many teams, this is where it all gets thrown away around this massive objective. JDG though continuing to just fish for picks on the side lane, not eager to force the
Jungle
5v5.
bang, S3
The
jungle,
depth that they're at, it makes it a lot of
Let's
sense.
go,
7k
let's
advantage from the
go.
side of T1.
People
Aku
usually-
nggak mau. Eh,
We have
Oh, oh.
5.000 match
dangerous
langsung.
territory here.
Walk away.
Rumble's recalling right now. And Rumble doesn't have teleport. He's Ignite Rumble, so there's no way they actually try and fight it. Alright, JDG, they want to defend their vision, but they have to choose their moment. They're so far behind that now, if they lose another fight, then that will be Baron.
No
And that will be
vision si merah.
all that T1 needs
AKA
to defend it.
JDG nggak punya vision.
We need a tank. Oke.
Buta map. JDG number 1 anjay. Kamu fans aja JDG kan? Tidak boleh, kamu diusir.
Roam tang.
Ah,
Cerah.
ini sih harusnya menang ya, harusnya nggak tahu sih tapi.
Apakah terculik?
Iya, apakah blunder?
Apakah tersetil?
Oh nggak jadi, berantem dulu, ribut dulu.
War dulu.
Gitu kan?
Oh kena.
Oh, Faker, oke. Gila, Keria sakit, Cok.
Itu wall.
Oh, Gumayusi lagi. Oh,
Oh,
Gumayus.
Etrog. Oh, Etrognya sih kacau.
Gak ada obat, sumpah.
Etrognya sih.
Atroknya
Gak ada
James
dasar
dari
ini.
kemarin gak ada obat, guys. Apa
Dahen
boleh
ini,
sebantai
dahen.
ini?
Dahen.
N Suren gak sih? Sore Kak Claire, halo Agus, welcome. Kata gue sih Suren. Dulu ngalah kalau enggak kagak bisa pulang rumah. Iya, kalau enggak dia masih ini kan dia. Dia jadi apa? Anak rantau dia di Cina. Mau pulang dia. Aku
Oh,
kangen
belum
kimchi
end.
mamaku.
Apakah
gitu.
belum end? Udah sih, harusnya udah end sih.
Nggak ketahan ya
Iya.
sih? Iya.
Ya.
Gila,
End,
boleh
end.
kah?
20 menit end, anjir.
Gila. Kata gue JDG-nya blunder.
Ke putih.
GG, let's go. T1 Road to Worlds, anjay, let's go.
Nggak apa.
How this game first started with
Suaranya kata Reza gitu.
a really good
Pas Haifal.
Raptor steal into
Kata
red
Tasya
steal
gitu.
into Krugs, level 3 ganking
Keren
on the
daripada kena mental di rumah.
T1.
and that changed the whole story of how this
Aye.
go.
Nggak salah sih.
Then it
Emang aku di
followed
rumah
up
kena
with a
mental.
solo kill. And T1 snowballed victory.
And I have two questions. What is going to happen to Rumble? The pick away didn't work, and one side is
Ya,
taking
Red,
it.
ingat gue.
Damn good questions. Let's see if the analyst
Nah,
desk
bawa
has the answers.
mati.
Send it
Let's
over.
go. Skor berapa ini? 1-0 Agus kan.
1-0.
Kita baru mulai 20 menit yang lalu gamenya.
Kayaknya aku tahu deh Pak. Lupa.
Belum Baron keluar loh. Baron be like why always me. Iya tadi belum ngambil Baron ya mereka. Nggak jadi ya.
Nggak jadi.
Rumah keluarganya ada dikepung orang katanya, buset. Gila, emang boleh 20 menit itu. Gila. Oh, masa dibantai sih, Cok?
Pokoknya tempatnya enak.
game start, the camera was literally shaking on the ground because it was so loud here.
I mean, it wasn't even
Masa dibantai
close.
Suco.
The early game, they snowballed that top lane super effectively.
Baru mulai toh, kemarin aku nonton sendiri udah match kedua soalnya. Hah? Gimana maksudnya? Agus? Udah malam sore Claire? Udah, tadi aku makan siang. Aku nggak ada makan sore guys. Makan cuma siang malam aja, nggak usah banyak-banyak.
This Aatrox versus Rumble matchup. So they really want to put the Rumble behind, right?
TW.
So the way they do this.
Oh enggak, soalnya kan tadi yang ngepick top duluan itu Rumble-nya duluan kan, Rumble-nya di-pick duluan, first pick kan, Rumble first pick tadi, jadi di counter sama Aatrox. Iya guys. Iya.
Gak ada mana. Ada mana aku?
Then gets a solo kill, I believe, at about like 6 minutes, and this Aatrox was just massive in the rest of the game.
And it was because the XP advantage that he got off that. He hit 6 first, the Rumble wasn't 6, dies there with no TP, it's so rough. And we talked about how T1, you at the top of the day did your telestrator of how T1 sets up these level 1s, and I do think JDG coming into game 2 need to take a more defensive approach on their level 1s, do line of scrimmage setup, cross the map, have defensive boards, just try to play a game from equity at level 1.
Yeah, and I think the fact that you had that Rumble then fall behind, and even the decision making, I think Kobe called it out in the cast to go for the early Oblivion Orb, meant that your Rumble didn't have enough, and then when we got to these fights, that they weren't
My God.
chemistry.
Ya dari kemarin Aatrox bersinar mulu. Emang Aatrox OP guys, dari dulu emang sudah OP ya dia ya. Memang sudah brutal
Kalah
gaming.
snowball.
Iya, tapi kalau dia dikasih makan gitu.
Iya.
Kalau dia busung lapar juga nggak ada guna dia. Tapi enggak, kemarin juga Zeus 02 tetap bisa bersinar. Yang penting pilotnya guys aja. Gue yang masih nggak mau menyerah. Iya lagi. Aatrox next will be on nerf queue. Di nerf Riot. Enggak lah.
They are so good at transitioning that into a bigger lead, and they were given all the tools by JDG here.
Yeah,
Nah,
I mean,
juga
I think
lah.
the big thing is that if we're discussing what JDG did wrong in this game, it's
Kayak
that
sampai
they
di
really
nerf.
could have, and you see from some of these fights
Enggak
later on, where
sih.
it's like, oh, okay, if the
Paling
body
jadi
was
langganan
a
di
bit
band
more
aja.
even, if this game was a little bit more
Biasanya
even,
sih gitu.
JDG can take some of these fights.
Siapa tahu kan
So
biar
in
balance.
contesting a
Ya
lot of
enggak
these
sih, paling
early
langganan band
objectives,
aja.
the way that they did, they actually ended up donating
Soalnya kayak
enough
gue
money
dulu
to T1
pernah
that
diajak
they're like,
beberapa
okay,
kali kayaknya
we
main
can go to every single
rank
objective. You have
di
to
LoL,
contest us
tapi
and we
kayak
will win. Yes, and they did.
Ben Aatrox.
Iya.
Ben Aatrox.
Jing, ini di
Nggak boleh dipakai Aatrox.
Aku yang main. Ojo.
Bohong.
Aku
Mending kon ikut di
lobet dia.
di chess lah.
Iya itu guys. Champion jadi langganan band Hade dikandangin momen adalah real. Pas mau mulai aku kesini, pas mulai ke channel asli LOL, pas selesai kesini. It's okay. Tak apa. Oke guys, kita akan melanjutkan ke game kedua. Sepertinya antara Aatrox yang akan dipick lagi pertama, blind pick pertama, atau di ban. Di match Aram sering ketemu Aatrox, Claire. Aram ya jarang sih. Soalnya tidak sedikit ya yang harus bisa pakainya gitu. Nggak semudah itu guys ya. Aku sering dapet sih Maksudnya di tim aku gitu ya, di timku sering ada dapet reroll, Aatrox, tapi ya once again I cannot play Aatrox gitu guys, jadi tidak aku pakai.
Contohnya kayak 6 itu tuh.
Majunya agak sulit gitu, aku kurang paham. Sampai ke WR Aatrox masih aja di ban. Iya, se-OP itu emang dibuatnya oleh Riot gitu. Soalnya gambarnya terlalu kecil di mataku, nggak apa-apa, emang sengaja biar kalian juga buka. Emang gitu guys. Emang kalian aku paksa buka juga, bukan ya gimana?
Aku yang enggak. Oke.
Dengar-dengar sih Claire sering pick Aatrox dan sudah jam terbang tinggi, pala kau.
Iya, dia pro player.
Jangan menyebar hoax.
Lihat lah musuhnya apa.
Jangan menyebar hoax guys. Oke.
Sangat-sangat
Iya emang
pro
sengaja
player
guys,
Aatrox
karena
gitu.
memang nggak bisa share screen gede-gede. Jadi emang mengharuskan kalian buka sendiri guys.
Itu dimarahin Mas Peraturan.
Mas Bambang itu
Aku pro player ini guys. Niko anjay.
Ngapain beli ini? Aku kan lah.
Nggak deng, canda. Biasanya Niko kebanyakan itu kan cosplay jadi minion, aku nggak pernah cosplay. Maju-maju aja.
Ayo, mana lah? Lah kabur. Oh, ayo.
Jangan berharap sama Hayanya. Mending sama
Oh Kak Claire top global pro player Aatrox, pala kau. Jangan didengar Iji mah. Iji kau dengar. Sampai di WR pun kena banned. Apa kabar jika si Hyena keroyokan masuk WR ya? Ini siapa namanya?
Oleh lu.
Nafiri. Maksud kalian Nafiri? Ya.
Nafiri nggak OP banget kok bang.
Aku tuh kan udah ngajarin dominus soalnya.
Ya dia champion leta gitu nggak sih?
Lupa. Loh, aku yang di kita. Bunuh lu rasa kan gara-gara aku.
Bohong banget Dit. Bohong banget Dit.
Enggak, dia Sepuyanto. Ini lagi satu, kau bisa lihat ya how many times aku play Yanto, paling cuma sekali kalau nggak salah.
Bohong.
Deh,
Sudah 1000 match.
pala kau. Cuy, itu sudah sepuh, ID game-nya masih kecil digitnya. Mana ada, emang ini Genshin. Mana ada digitnya kecil, kocak. Joey Nafiri sih dijamin broken. Nafiri, aku nggak tahu sih.
Broken.
Kata Iji nggak broken guys. Nggak tahu, aku bukan player Nafiri, nggak tahu, nggak pernah coba.
Enggak. Nafiri tidak broken.
Soundboardnya di aku beli. Pijak
ini lebih tuh.
Let's go.
Oke.
Lupa iklan.
Oke.
Ntar keseringan Hasagi, apa Hasa pas hafal Igo pas turu anjrit, mana ada cok.
Lu, halo.
Gara backup kau nih jauh.
OTW.
Nggak mungkin.
Minimal itu ngomong.
Tidak mungkin. Iklannya nggak di mute.
Jangan
malah.
Ya, oke.
Tidak disponsor tapi nggak apa-apa.
Pasti.
Kalau mau sponsor silahkan. Open for sponsor, let's go.
Pani serangga.
Ada.
Oh tadi tuh masih ada suara BGM ku coy. Kan nggak bilang masih ada BGM ku coy.
Sini dong MM lihat kan.
Ini aku kecilin dulu suaranya.
Aduh.
Oke, mari kita ngobrol-ngobrol santuy dulu.
Berapa menit jedanya Bang?
Semenit. Oke, kita bikin voting dulu gimana?
Nah,
Kita voting.
dibilangin kan gak enaknya begitu kayak gitu.
Who's gonna win
Tahun ini maunya
match
TP
2?
atau teman deh.
T1 or JDG?
Pada mati.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
One ini kok skin bagus.
Ya kan dia skin ini bang.
Oke, jadi gimana prediksi line up champ babak 2? Kemungkinan besar jika Oriana tidak di-ban, Faker
Ya,
might be
emang.
using Oriana again. Also, same things with Aatrox.
ulti.
Jika Aatrox tidak di-ban, big chance Zeus akan kembali pakai Aatrox. Also with Ral, kita tinggal melihat
Pakai
siapa yang akan
Jaice, pakai
dipakai.
Jaice.
Oh ya, bisa jadi juga Jaice. Kita kemarin Jaice-nya
Jaice,
gokil
Jaice.
brutal. Nah, kita tinggal lihat siapa yang akan dipakai. Oke, oleh Gumayusi dan Keria, guys. Gitu aja, guys. Gitu. Kita tinggal lihat aja. Biasanya emang kebanyakan variasinya itu biasanya emang cuman di ADC support aja biasanya. Kira-kira komposisi SP siapa nih, Clairene? SP support maksudnya. Mana aku tahu ya, lihat dulu timnya AP. Tapi aku juga tidak tahu sih, aku tidak paham. Counter-counteran. Ora paham.
Apa iya Claire?
Real. Pokoknya
Paham
gitu.
banget.
Orang kalau main Aram aja aku masih suka nanya, Cok. Ini build-nya mendingan apa? Apa iya Claire? Iya, kan nggak percaya sama aku. Bener banget. Ntar.
HP, stick, laptop,
Alex lagi tidur, besok lagi.
Oke. Mari kita lanjutkan ke band pick selanjutnya.
JDG, I think, hoping for a clean refresh
Kalau saya minjemin
after
cuma
that
sekali 2
pretty
kali,
crushing
oke lah,
game
ini
one.
keren.
And I'd imagine that they might want to be pivoting and putting it on something
Dalam hal
like
itu
the
kayak
Wukong.
nggak mau
Obviously,
minjemin
the
tapi
Oriana is a no-brainer,
aku tuh bisa
particularly
ngomong
with
balik.
the Akali ban already there. But on the red side, I think the likelihood of Team 1 trying to go for some insane 2v2 focus bot lane with an AD carry support skyrockets. So picking up
Lanjutin.
Wukong in your second or third rotation.
Oke, kira-kira
Nice,
mouse
good,
gaming yang
good.
dipakai Worlds apa, Claire? Oh, nggak tahu kan, tergantung mereka, guys. Kan mereka bawa mouse masing-masing. Enggak, Oriana pasti kalau nggak di-ban Oriana. Kalau Oriana nggak di-ban pasti
Aku apa?
pakai Oriana. Oh, Caitlyn. Mereka priority-in Caitlyn. Oke, that's kinda weird, but okay.
And I want to reiterate, Ruler's Kalista was banned for years.
Di carry
He
up,
has been
Lord.
whether the champion was meta. He was just not
Kak, di
allowed
carry
to play.
Cobra.
He even faced
Nopal main
into
Cobra
a
mati
counter
dua.
matchup on the Ashe, which obviously has a really good matchup into this.
Kan
Still
kau yang main sih,
going
ya.
to trust himself.
Oh, udah big-bigan ya, Claire?
Udah lagi ngepick.
Partner to try and get a lead.
Kayaknya Azir, mana
And
ada
I think
Azir?
sadly for Rulers, if you look at the previous game, it wasn't really about his proficiency in the 2v2. He had no lane prio,
Pasti Oriana lah.
couldn't find an angle into a
Lux
fight.
apa? Lux ada.
A lot of these
Lux lah.
aggressive engages just not paying off.
Oh iya, sama
Nah,
kayak game
mungkin
sebelah
mungkin
mereka
pakai.
bawa sendiri-sendiri. Iya, bawa sendiri-sendiri pasti.
With almost a signature pick.
Ajir.
Favoritnya T1 2 MM bot lane.
Pretty standard jungle pick, but T1 opting to mismatch here.
Oh, itu yang kiri ini, Cok. Aku salah lihat. Aku kira yang
Salah
kiri.
lihat kamu Claire.
Aku kira yang kiri T1, guys. Maaf, guys. Aku celeng. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys.
Oh no.
Aku bingung pas si RG ngomong favorit T1 2 MM bot lane. Ya kan yang MM bot lane JDG, pas gue lihat kan ini ternyata, Cok. Pas gue lihat ternyata salah lihat gue.
Yang aku
Ternyata aku yang salah lihat guys ya. Oke, berarti Faker ajir karena Oriananya diambil sudah pasti, tidak lain dan tidak bukan.
WA mulu di HP yang mana?
Mata viewer iya, kurang fokus guys. Oke, jadi mereka priority picknya Caitlyn ya buat Gumayusi.
Ini dong kesantai Bang, kesantai dong Bang. Kesantai dong.
Oke, jadi mereka sudah kesantai beneran nih. Kesantai. Mokeng Jungle versus Fai dan Usena Kalista.
Dong.
Jadi mereka melawan dua bot lane MM dengan dua bot lane MM lainnya. Udah ketebak Pikana Faker. Iya, dia mainnya emang itu doang dia mah. Orang dia GG brutal, ngapain mikir? Nggak usah mikir, dia main. Oke. No brainer. Oke, jadi kata casternya Kalista Sena itu bakal sangat OP di early game. Udah gitu doang guys.
Ya, Kalista Sena lumayan OP.
Pas early level 1.
Iya, early-nya.
2mm versus 2mm adu mekanik. Iya. JDG be like, oh mainnya gitu, oke gitu kan. Gua ladenin aja.
Kesantai.
Tapi masalahnya nih AC-nya Keria agak-agak ketar-ketir guys. Panah asmaranya itu loh. Ash Caitlyn bisa apa di early adalah benar. Soalnya Caitlyn dependent ke item. Halo Claire, halo, welcome Amat Rizky. Oke, gue juga bisa gitu, iya. Kira lu doang yang bisa, gue juga bisa.
Apa kan musuhnya juga gak ada damage.
Mana ada? Ada.
Oke, kita akan lihat game kedua ini. Jangan lupa di vote pilihan kesayangan kalian.
Kesantai beraksi, kesantai.
Let's go.
Apakah kesantainya menang?
Oh. Jangan lupa BGM. Oke, thank you Agus.
Agus the Great.
Miss Fortune agak kurang laku ya sekarang Claire. Kalau misalkan di kalau misalkan di ini sih kayaknya laku-laku aja deh. Kalau misalkan di main biasa ya, kalau misalkan di Worlds jarang sih. Tumben Faker pakai skin. Emang iya? Mana pakai skin? Gak pakai skin itu.
Faker mana? Nggak pakai itu.
Gak pakai itu.
Yang awal pakai
Buset.
Gila. Ini marah banget gitu loh, kayak pede banget, pede.
Apa siapa? Iya. Jadi tuh. Iya. Aku tanya dari kecuali gila mas itu. Itu like Godland sih. Ngawur. Cobaan.
Terang amat default skinnya Azir. Iya kan itu nggak lihat tuh kepalanya nyala. Level 1 brutal. Sebenarnya gini, mereka level satunya sakit, tapi ini kondisinya kalah masa. Itu kesantainya di belakang. Zoningnya sudah bagus sekali. Masalahnya Caitlyn itu sebenarnya Q-nya sakit, guys.
Nggak tahu, dikit. Sabar nih.
Caitlyn gitu-gitu sakit loh Q-nya.
Aku kemarin pakai shot pen.
Pokoknya kuat Caitlyn, iya. Soalnya di early Caitlyn itu kasiannya dia nggak bisa kabur, dia nggak bisa ngestun, larinya lelet, jadi dia nggak bisa ngapa-ngapain gitu loh early game. Tapi Q-nya sakit brutal gitu aja.
Aku udah ngerti. Aku lihat orang lain gitu.
Gitu. Gitu guys. Pokoknya kuat Caitlyn, iya betul. Aku suka pakai Caitlyn di Aram, enak. Sempit banget, soal sempit tuh kan. Aram. Itu kau sekali Q 5 orang pun kena.
Oh iya.
Real.
Kalau miss.
Kalau miss kena minion lah. Lumayan gitu, ngebersihin minion, nge-clear minion.
Early smite owner, early smite there. Kanavi very happy to be able to grab that one back.
That's really big. A lot of time invested there for owner without any real payoff. And 369 sees the enemy jungler is like, hey, I can proxy another wave with no problem. Ensuring that
Itu sih.
Oh, Popel sini counter aku kah?
369 dibilang banget dia. Welcome by the way, tadi yang baru subs, thank you for the subs, welcome. Oh, ruler, bede di flash sama carry-nya. Anjir.
Oh, hampir. Wah, mati semua. Ente.
Carry bilang anjing, cok. Dapatkah aku Mayusis dua-duanya? Oh enggak. Dia tuh kalau carry selamat gokil anjir. Terlalu brutal. Dikasih loh darahnya. Diem deh di depan situ.
Is really critical for Kanavi trying to save the game plan here for JDG because that would have been devastating if Ruler went down. Both summoner spells blown by Ruler as well without any repercussions there. It would have greatly diminished the chances they could actually stack their dragons.
On the flip side though, Gumayushi actually was able to pick up so much more CS and maintained his summoners. Did not have to flash here as we take another look at that play.
Okay, so Owner trying to chase them, pass the trap here, goes in, he gets the cleanse out first, and then Keria waits for his timer, flashes forward to get the extra kill, but Kanavi we know coming around the outside, and he picks up the first one on Orville.
Faker, yes. Damage-nya sakit banget, gelembung pun tembus. Gelembung. Gelembung. Siate gelembung anjing.
Apa?
With some good kills traded back and forth there. Zeus level 6, but at a man disadvantage, we'll make it back. Dark and Blade just locking down Kanavi briefly as Zeus will just return to the top side. Already 369 picking up some Thorn Mail.
Okay.
It's like it feels like the first moment that we've had in this game where there is nothing happening, where we have a little bit of downtime. I don't know how long it's gonna last because Owner is already wrapping around. Does get spotted in a second here by Ruler, but
there's no downtime. There is only fighting. Owner on the bottom side of the rift. Keria will back away. Just fighting to gain control of the lane. They've got no jungler in the area, but Missing is going to do what he can to clear out the saplings and try to protect the control ward. Will get taken away here.
And you can tell, they had no idea where Kanavi was because that Ashe Hawk shot went to go over their own Raptors and Krugs to see if Kanavi was counter-juggling at the time, but Kanavi was on his way down towards that fight, down towards the bottom side, so Owner has to get out of there. They were very unsure. and definitely respecting this 2-kill Vi now.
And after game number 1, where JDG was really put too far behind for them to showcase their team fighting, this game looking a whole lot different, right? Actually staying on even gold here.
Ya gue kalau nonton ini aus banget lu.
And it's not like that top side isn't gonna be a menace when it comes to team fights.
Minum.
On the way out, Missing getting slowed up. First the Black Mist coming through just to make sure he can get out to safety. I think it's an excellent point. Kanavi especially against a hawk shot, against the Maokai Sapling, still able to find those kills on the bottom side is a big credit to him because it could be so tricky to remain undetected in the jungle against a composition like this. Level 6 though, taking over for Guma.
Well, there are so many stars on JDG. Kanavi's been the one on the team for the longest with his 4-year tenure here. And is going to be a opponent this time around, especially those junglers looking for their level 6s. Oh, 369. Quite have the angle to get the pull back.
Oke nih masih suasana tenang ya guys ya.
Diapain?
But just there for a little bit of extra laning sustain, as 369 is going to do his best to pick up these creeps. Has the biscuit, so no concerns on the mana front.
Halo guys, saya sekarang ada di
Tipu-tipu.
And I think the Kanavi angle is something that people have to appreciate and respect, because this is a guy that after his time in Griffin, it was kind of a question mark as to where his career was going to go. And those initial years on JDG weren't nearly as glamorous as this one has been. So the fact that he is stuck with this team,
Kepala, pundak, lutut kaki,
and
lutut
the
kaki.
organization is stuck with him to reach this point against T1
langsung
is a
Holly,
testament to the tenacity of that player.
There is also just, even when JDG wasn't nearly as successful as they have been throughout this year, already so much talk amongst a lot of LCK junglers as well.
Waduh, recall dia.
A lot of early meta developments were spearheaded by this player. And he is the one with the most gold on JDG right now. We'll see what impact he can have in the skirmishes, because the follow-up CC on JDG is, I think, a really big part of how they want to play out these early skirmishes.
Alright, Owner should get level 6 off these wolves, I think, for the Maokai. And Kanavi's already started
Kanavi
with Rift
senang
Herald, so should
Rift
this be a
Herald.
Dragon trade for the Rift Herald? I don't think T1 want to fight anything up on the top side of the map, and they'll be happy actually to trade these objectives. But that does mean JDG will have the extra pushing power and try and snowball here. Big gold injection from this Rift Herald, and already to a very rich Vi. They're gonna have to make a very big Vi ultimate plus shockwave.
Bentong Dragon apa Baron? Ya kalau tergantung dulu. Kalau Soul, ya tapi Baron buff cuman 2 menit sih guys. Kalau Soul Dragon kayaknya all day long. Anjing, Fitup aing rusak bentar guys. Nonton anjing Fitup aing kenapa? Rusak anjing.
Biggest power spike on the whole map right now though is Kanavi finishing Divine Sunder with his 2 early kills and his Rift Herald gold and Vi ultimate ready. The power is in his hands here to turn the tide for JDG.
Waiting until the last second to cancel the back.
Tema pembahasan boleh
Unstoppable from Sunday. Still gets pulled back. Not going to cost 369 much of anything, just delaying the recall. Trying to mess up the timings here from the side of JDG. Good news for T1 is that while it's not as dominant, Guma and Carry have been able to grab a couple plates on the bottom side, the power of this pushing bottom lane. It will get harder though as we get later into the game, missing 38 souls. Every 20 souls he's been getting 15 AD, 20 range, 10% crit chance. So despite the fact that he has almost no golden support, Senna will become a threat eventually.
Outside of specifically the Ashe though, and even Ashe obviously has a lot of value, but I do think she falls off as we get toward the late game. Oh,
Arrow?
Nice back cancel there. Thank you for that carry out. The rest of T1 still is a really big late game menace, but you are meeting JDG in their biggest comfort zone, which is going to be the team fights. We'll see
Gila nih lama banget
the early Drakes here with Mountain and Hextech already out of the pool. We'll see what ends up being the soul, because if JDG is able to snowball with the use of that Herald, might be tough for T1 to find a similar grasp of control as they did in the last game.
And that recall interrupt is actually really big for T1. It's going to allow Guma to get at least 1 turret play here, with Carrier helping him push. Maybe they go for 2. Maokai on the way as well.
Lines up and available for Ruler. Missing has to be careful about stepping too far forward. Faker in the area as well. The flash, potential to make some plays, but the response, Herald being dropped in the mid lane, at least 2 plates for Knight. If they want to commit, instead they're moving down into the river to maybe try to leverage the power
Dragon
of
kayaknya.
Kanavi here.
Soalnya kalau misalkan kayak di Dragon di awal-awal sih kayaknya nggak terlalu ini ya, cuman dapetnya duit soalnya kan ya. Tapi kalau misalkan udah Soul kayaknya ya mendingan Soul nggak sih? Nggak tahu deh. I don't know.
No flash, slightly higher chance here for T1 to collect it. But the mid turret plates kind of making up for the bottom side push there that T1 got. So JDG getting some money happily over there into the hands of Knight. The Oriana Shockwave in their hands this time around. See what they
Suka
can
gitu
do
dia.
with it because Kanavi's going to help him get another turret plate.
Soalnya kalau di awal-awal Dragon kan buat duit aja kan. Oke, di dodge UTS-nya.
This is huge for JDG. They did not teleport 369 in. That is a teleport cooldown for Zeus and a 1-for-1 with both junglers going down. 369 gets to stay topside and get turret plate money.
Not only that, the shutdown went to Keria. You'd really much rather have that on Faker or Gumayushi, but instead, JDG able to trade 1-for-1, killed the shutdown rather, doesn't even go to the ideal target. And they're able to get plates towards the top side for
Mulai blunder, biasalah. Owner.
There on the return to lane, 369 waiting in the darkness, hoping to get more out of that trade. But we can take a look at how this play starts out. The aggressive use of the ultimate from him.
Yeah, they use the Maokai ult to lock them up. Zeus with the teleport down, and then they go for it. But look how they're able to focus down Owner on the other side. As a nice dodge there on the Ash arrow. Goes 1-for-1, and with the extra rend, slow down here, they're able to kite away, keep T1 without getting too much damage dealt to themselves here on the side of JDG, and that means we get some extra power spikes coming in as well. Knight very happily finishing up his Ludens, as is Faker.
Diambil sama Carry ya.
Was able to get is that summoners are now down on Ruler and missing. Ruler still has his cleanse, but outside of that, does need to play a lot safer. They're going to try and leverage that into getting the second dragon here. We'll see if JDG have a response, because do not forget, if Zeus answers towards top, 369 can TP, but if Zeus doesn't answer, 369 might just be able to get a turret and further build the lead for JDG.
Lane economy. It's the mid jungle for JDG versus the bot lane of T1 when it comes to relative leads. But T1 control mid prio, which means they control setup on the Drake, and it looks like JDG are going to respect that. Not looking to contest this one whatsoever. Do not have the vision, do not have the members in position. It will be a trade of the top lane tier 1.
Apa yang akan terjadi di match kali ini, guys?
Yeah, the top lane bar going to go a little bit further in the favor of
Inferno Dragon.
that one. But it's not going to change too much how they want to play their team comp here. JDG actually have a trailing play in the works here with Kanavi coming down to look to pressure Faker off.
Kanavi is so damn strong. Maokai not going to be effective because it's just not soon enough. Flash out from Faker is clean though. Knight takes at least one tower shot. The pushback.
Oh!
He will survive.
Faker survives.
Empty-handed, no real wave to play around on that bot lane tower for now.
We'll be able to, I think, at least get some damage down on the turret. Do get Faker's flash, but he does get away with his life. We'll see if T1 is able to find a counter punch, or if that is just gonna be it. 369 continuing to shove as well. Should be able to get a lot of damage down towards this turret. And now Herald being started up by T1. This is looking to be their answer.
Gila tuh skill siapa terang amat yang mana? Kayak T1 di nerf nggak sih? Iya. This is not their best game.
Staying even in CS, but getting so many plates, getting so much gold overall. Finishing has been the item as well. T1 uncontested again. They took Drake. They've now taken the second Herald. It's been a smooth game so far in terms of objective control.
And the big thing here for me is that it's Infernal, right? It's Infernal Sawyer and T1 are up on Drakes, but they are falling further and further behind in gold. Faker doesn't have flash or his ultimate available.
Tadi lewat, nanti kita replay ya.
Getting your vision control leading up to the dragons, and whoever's going to be able to get there first. Because Gumayushi, with the Caitlyn traps here, trying to get to dragon first and cut off one of those angles, line up the traps, make it so much more difficult for this hard engaged comp of JDG that's much shorter range to actually close that range and get there engaged. T1 definitely, a lot of the prep work will really benefit them around the dragon setup. But JDG, they've got a lot of angles to be able to
miss the arrow, miss.
Arrow going between the goalposts there. Not not going to quite find the
Diamond
angle.
plus gini.
Carry clearing out as much vision as he can with the Umbleglaive. Umbleglaive versus Umbleglaive. Vision denial, very easy for both sides in this game. But T1 just keeping the sieging pressure in their favor.
369's on the way, long flank.
Very long flank. T1 now going to need to start backing up. Owner stepping forward, using the ultimate. Maybe hoping to just generate space for the rest of the team.
Ntar kalau ultinya lewat lagi, bilang pon.
Both sides seemingly gearing up for a fight. Kanabi getting lower
Waduh.
and lower. Ace in the hole will
Tidak
connect,
one
but
shot.
Kanabi rather going to need to back soon.
Mahal anjir.
Not really a lot to play for in the mid lane, to be fair. Both teams seemingly just grouping up, ready for the potential of a fight. Zeus in the side lane, clearing out here in T1, trying to push their vision line forward. And you highlighted it, Kobe. Both sides want vision control, but T1 get it so much more easily with the Ashe, with the Maokai saplings.
Exactly, that setup does so much. When every brush has a sapling in it, and then every piece of land that's not a brush has a Caitlyn trap on it,
yeah,
it becomes very annoying to navigate.
Something we haven't talked about as much yet, we are starting to kind of see here, is that owner is Maokai historically just hasn't been that good, sitting on like a 42% win rate over the year, and particularly at the start of the year.
Skillnya Sena kok gitu ya, bagus banget.
Video secara berkelompok.
Itu ini nggak sih prestige true damage?
Ya.
Itu prestige true damage itu.
And I think that is going to be a lot of the team fighting power for T1.
Oh iya.
The arrow again
Skill,
doesn't find anyone
skill
as well.
hilangnya bagus banget.
Gonna dodge the abilities there, uses the phase rush to make it out to safety. Vaultbreaker doesn't connect. T1 holding on for now.
Tuh.
Iya.
Fighting, just poking their heads into
Itu
the enemy
Louis
jungle.
Vuitton
Using
anjir.
sapling in the brush there as Faker
Dari
charges the top
Andika
side just to clear out and
gini.
keep pressure in the favor of T1.
Dari Andika gini.
Yeah, as far as the Maokai does go, I actually do really like the full tank.
By the way,
rush
kok udah
setup.
ada bocoran guys,
Maokai,
next
since they do have an
Mythic
Azir on their
Shop,
team already,
Mythic
don't
Essence Shop.
need the extra AP damage from a demonic. He
If I'm
might
not
have a
mistaken.
hard time here working his way through all these JDG members in the brush though, lying in wait, just trying to catch any T1 member who gets close to this dragon setup. Because JDG know that is a #1 goal for them, trying to
Tar.
keep T1 out of that setup.
Belum.
It certainly is. The other big thing to keep your eye on is item
Mau buat
spikes.
apa?
One item and some change for
Lu
just about
buat
everybody on the rift.
perusahaan.
See if anyone can hit their second item before we get into this third Drake. Baron on the table in 30 seconds,
ada
but I
yang
can't
dipakai
imagine
musuh.
either side will rush it. Instead, the Infernal, center of attention, nearly perfectly synced time
Ntar,
with
guys.
commander objectives.
Ininya kenapa ketutup juga? Ke paus, goblok.
Like we're gonna see just shy of the second
Bentar guys,
item. And,
cara
right
cara
now,
aing rusak.
T1
Bentar.
moving into the
Perhatikan.
river. The vision
Mas,
control
pik
not too bad here
Pik
for
sih kalau kata
JDG.
gua mah.
We'll see 369
Nah.
flank angle.
Bentar guys, cara aing rusak. Bentar.
Ace in the hole used early just to chunk out Knight. And again, this is the struggle of the JDG lineup is how do you gain
Back.
control?
Lilia apa Lilia?
No vision control, traps blocking one entrance, only one
Parah,
entrance left, meaning Owner has perfect setup for an ulti to kick this fight off. Arrow gonna connect first, Kanavi now locked up, brings it back.
Wah.
Team Owner in the midst of everybody, and Zeus now on the way in, Kanavi still standing for now. Ruler pulling back his support, and now JDG looks to turn. Unstoppable is 369. They know that they've gotten what they came for. JDG now backing off, do not want to overextend in the play.
This is huge. The entire front line from T1.
Apa hidupnya nenggelam apa?
Deleted. JDG
Belum
one
tadi
successful
lagi,
turnaround
rusak
in
guys.
that fight.
It's Kanavi with the in-the-moment decision to turn around on owner, and with the cooldowns down, no front line available. T1
Anjay.
isn't gonna be able to get
Oh, tadi
themselves
skill Sena,
to a
ultinya
soul
Sena kah?
Infernal Soul, and JDG take control.
TP back in means first tower or tower in the mid lane in favor of JDG as well as the Infernal Drake. Faker going to be forced to run. And again, JDG, a massive threat. The later you get in the game, the more clean this team feels, and they're proving it again here on the back of the play from Kanavi.
I have to feel like that was a bit of a blunder from T1 frontline, just charging in instead of trying to play off of their extra range, their saplings, their traps, their poke. As soon as they get this Ash Arrow in the tri-brush, they've got the pop, and they go for it. Owner all in. And then they flash it back deeper into the team, and then Vi ultimate keeps Owner here just long enough. So even as he flashes, they're able to get the kill as Ruler is able to rend them down.
And particularly against the Orianna, you can't try and fight through that, right? Not even 369 joined the fight. At that point, I think it was already mostly over.
Perkara
Just the threat of
sulit.
that Orianna ultimate should be enough to dissuade T1. They try to bite off way more, knowing how important this dragon is, and end up paying for it dearly.
And you talk about the Sejuani for owner being the superior choice room over the Maokai, and the big difference
Mari
between
kita
these
lihat
champions is oftentimes
Liwol
Maokai's engage tools
reaksi.
are much better reactively than they are proactively. You saw it there. Yes, you hit so many people with the ultimate, but it's a very short root duration when you're that close, and your entire team completely zoned away by JDG's backline threats, unable to follow up on what initially might have looked like a pretty good
tengkorak kan
And JDG's comp also is so strong when they can absorb an initial burn and re-engage, particularly with the Senna and the Oriana. It makes it really
Oh, dia lagi di tempatnya ini Hansen.
Iji pakai cewek aku mending surrender. Loh, pantai yang musuh. Loh.
Because they did, and the extra gold that has gone over to JDG now, off of that mid turret play, and the dragon here for JDG, they're in such a much better position to actually pull off this hard engage and chase them down. They've got Kanavi plus 9 combination ready.
And it's time to see.
Aiko.
Oh my gosh.
iPhone-ku baterainya
Kondisi mengkhawatirkan.
Bohong banget.
iPhone 18
Team 1 are
Pro
ready to
Max.
fight fire with fire, to take it to these late game team fights, to out-execute a seemingly un-out-executable late game team fighting team.
Langsung rusuh bak merah.
Pantang soalnya sebelum base hancur adalah benar.
Langsung bak biru, langsung bak biru.
Ewe.
I don't know how much armor
Tenang, ada
469 is sitting
Diwo.
on, but it's going to be way too much for this Aatrox to deal with. Makes it really hard for T1 to gain control of the side waves.
He's in the hole, not going to lead to much effect there. Command protect. Goes the body block from Kanavi,
Mana
keeping
itu?
missing healthy. It's not an AP Maokai, as highlighted earlier, so the sapling's annoying most certainly, but more about the slow and the vision control than any actual damage. Is Deus using the Scryer's Gloom just to see if there's anything spotting him. Another aggressive engage here.
Waduh.
Gak di cover.
Now finds the shockwave onto one. The TP now coming in. That's 369 to the backside. Looking to isolate the rest of the team. One kill already going down. Guma off the rips. Carrier running for his life. Kanavi continuing to step forward. Pullback coming in. JDG have brought
Paling cuma
T1
jam
into the
10
mid-range there,
anjir.
tearing through them effortlessly.
Iya, kalau
Faker
ini
now
kalau
looking
jam
Oh
for
my
the carry.
God.
Bleeding on the back line. Cannot do much more. JDG
Berapa
have taken
ini?
the exchange.
And Kanavi going down means that JDG, I still see the pings towards Baron. They might try
Mati
because
kena
Owner
Franco
is
Temo.
dead. Doesn't have smite, and they do have the Rend available.
Exactly. Rend is going to be more damage.
Double TP though. They might just want to force that out of
Prianya
back off.
jago bro.
TP coming. Here comes Zayas. Potential for a
Tenang,
hero moment
tenang.
from Zayas.
Pani-
Fury, I
Pani
think they
carry
turn this
the
one
team.
back. A lot of blinking health bars, a lot of cooldowns missing. Zayas no flash.
No.
Objective getting
They're trying to steal this.
Iya. OTW 9 lagi.
Wadaw.
Doing too much damage. Faker goes in, but he gets absolutely nothing.
Ya
And
ampun kabur
JDG
kenapa
are one of
kemana
the best teams at using Baron buff to end
Waduh,
games. Let's see what they can get done with it. They're gonna have a redirect. Oh,
Aduh, malah mati.
going to brush that one off.
DD malah mati.
We saw Oriana Knight there. Went up to the top side to push the wave.
Atlasnya
Oriana
oleh.
Knight right here gets a shockwave onto Carrier, almost killing him,
Betul, Atlas.
forcing the flash, forcing
Ini.
Faker to come over and peel. And this is where you get another counter engage from JDG.
Dia Gumayusi terculik.
And the big thing there is the moment
Penny,
that Guma is
kamu
gone, there
ngapain,
just isn't going to be
Penny?
enough damage. 369 able to isolate Owner, which even though we do see Kanavi go down, ends up being fine for JDG. They have the confidence to
Udah kayak
just
misil jauh
trust
bisa
this
kena gitu.
Kalista.
Itu ultinya Leslie lah.
Close there too. Zeus almost killed Knight, almost took down the Oriana, evening the kills up there, but he just barely
Kelak
was
gitu
unable
kan.
Mundur,
to escape. Then they forced down the Baron. Missing there with the flash forward.
Pas ditembak musuhnya TP base ya, kalau TP base ya nggak bisa. Terkejar lah sampai base.
You can see the brief moment of joy in the replay there.
Fabio.
JDG very much in control of this game, gonna grab their second Infernal Drake.
Oh pantes
See what they
iya,
can get done with Red Bull
gitu.
Baron power play. Already 2.5k in their favor. Expecting to break down some tier 2s here, but again, a lot of great defensive tools from the side of T1 to at least slow this push down.
Kejar, tarik. Enggak.
Alright, buying time for the split push here. Even
Ini
though
lu
they're
bilang
sacrificing
gas aja kalau mau.
turret
Bodo
pushes here
amat.
to Baron, trying to get something back with those objective bounties popping off.
Grafikmu terlalu high-nya kan dengan yang
If you're T1 at this stage, you're just going to do everything you can to hold on.
Guys,
1 minute left on the Baron. You already took game 1 in style, just trying to hold on to some hope in this game 2 as JDG again. This is their comfort zone.
Itu ada
Pressing
Fanny.
this lead forward, taking these fights, confident, re-engages.
SARA, terakhir isi. Nah itu Fanny.
Oh my god.
Bro.
Biasanya kalau kayak gini bau-bau 5 game sih.
Bener kan? Kataku kan? Waduh bertatu. Cuman gak coba.
Additionally, should be able to set up with the map control that they have now to get themselves to that infernal soul point. And there will be no one on T1 that can stand up to the amount of damage that's going to be output by this JDG in the team fights. Particularly once Knight finishes his
Kayak
death
JDG
that's lights out.
mengincar Infernal Soul. Dan kalau udah ada Infernal Soul sih sudah pasti kalah T1 ya.
Sending 369 down to bottom side to catch Faker's attempt to get another objective bounty. You see Faker going for the bottom side turret objective bounty there, while the rest of JDG push top.
Should be pretty easy to tear through that tower at this stage of the game. So 269 there to pick up the CS, won't be able to stop the tower take. JDG not afraid to walk up. 99 souls on missing, about to have 100 extra range here. So you can continue to rain down auto attacks, rain down Qs, picking up so many souls as the tower drops there.
Apa selisih levelnya juga lumayan.
2.5 minutes on the Baron, 3 minutes on the Infernal Drake. Not soul for either side, but arenas for both teams.
Bentar, Claire. Aku mau pindah dulu, Claire.
Pindah kemana?
Gak boleh.
Lo udah pada berisik di punya Claire kan.
Really hard to consistently hit many of the members. 369 doesn't care, can catch any arrow. Kanavi can easily get out of the way. Same for Ruler. Or you need to have Owner go in, but particularly with the NOBAR he's behind, he's not going to be able to take the brunt of that damage. So really, T1 just hoping that 369 overextend into a play, and there's a moment for our Faker or Lumayushi can take over a team fight.
Meanwhile, with all this money that JDG and Kanavi especially have gotten, is a Guardian Angel completed for the Vi, so he, as a jungler, can go straight headlong into the rest of the team, deliver that shockwave to the back line, and still be able to get up afterwards.
Kanavi sudah siap tempur. Dia sudah beli Guardian Angel.
369 has been a very rich split pushing, getting these outer towers down for his team, and it's definitely going to be a problem for T1 as the JDG engage is massive.
Yeah, and for T1, you kind of tried to pull the trigger twice. Owner throwing the ulti over the wall, Owner going in on the buy, and both times it's worked against you, and you're kind of out of attempts. If you fumble one more engage, if JDG get the better of you in one more fight, it feels like it's just game over here in game 2 of the series. So has to be against the nerves of T1, knowing that the next one needs to be flawless if you want to mount a comeback.
And that's I'd argue that they've already run out of lives, right? Like the health bars are blinking, and particularly with the amount of summoners that are available for JDG, it's really hard to imagine a scenario where someone like Ruler, for example, gets caught at the start of a fight because he has so much innate safety. Missing can be pulled back by Ruler as well, as Knight does now finish his death cap. Gotta imagine that Baron and Soul Point next on the table for JDG.
Yeah, I mean, Kanavi has a 3-level lead over the Maokai owner here.
Bawa sampai menit 40 ini.
Sangat sekali T1 nya.
Baron and Dragon very close to both spawning here, only 10 seconds away on the Baron. JDG have teleport ready for both their solo lanes.
Jadinya mainnya pelan-pelan banget.
Also then drawing over to the objective.
Our side Trinket keeping information on the Baron. Baker using the passive there to just try to get mid control again. All about this priority.
Mana hati-hati sekali gitu ya. Kalau tidak blunder balik langsung.
That's fun.
Yono.
JDG again, they have their choice. They have control right now, but T1 playing more up to the Baron, not worried about third Drake for JDG. Clearly much more worried about losing control on the Baron side. Kanavi going in, immediate start of the fight. Baker now locked up the play.
Gila, hilang.
Loh, kok aku mati ya? Parah. Leaping in will hit Kanavi in the end. 1-for-1 thus far. Zaya's going back under the Azir tower. The rest of T1 now need to barrel into the
the Viper dying on Knight. Can he get more damage down?
Astaga.
What is going on into the back line?
Roto, guys.
Timon tuh selalu ada kayak player.
They're gonna push straight down mid.
Kayak player.
And with 280 carries, there is no way that the
Nickname-nya.
Nexus isn't gonna fall, and JDG
Kan harus main selalu.
My
with a
God.
resounding victory here in game number 2.
Game 1 about owners early pathing about the team play, but game 2 has been about Kanavi and the dominance of JDG in fights. But that said, as good as the fight was, as favorable as the fight was, JDG do not think that they have time to close the game out.
Sekejap gue berpikir siapa edisinya, guys.
They should still be fine.
We've seen them end a lot of games really quickly.
Lagi damage missing daripada si ruler. Kamu boleh seroto itu. Aduh.
Such a massive lead.
Ini Faker turu sih miss mulu skillnya. Iya.
With the Baron buff, Baron empowered recalls will allow them to reset too. And you see T1
Ultinya nggak kena.
towards this dragon. I wonder what Kanavi has to say about it. Knight here is up as well. And they're just going to use the Baron offensively. Pressure immediately, teleport back out. They already have
Gara-gara nopal kan.
window to go for a dragon.
Yeah, really good memory from JDG. They know T1, given that the Baron is being taken by JDG, is naturally going to try and
Kill 6 lah udahan.
going to be the case. 369. I don't think he really cares. And
Blocks the arrow.
he, to me, is the pivotal part, right? He had such a rough Rumble game in game number 1. And this Cassante is what we expected to see going into this series.
Firing back certainly in game 2, got more support, got more time alone to farm up, and you can see why is considered the best team fighting top laner in the
JDG tim apaan?
backline in these exchanges. Kanavi
RRQ punya Emon jago kagur.
missing has to be
Keren
careful
banget.
though. As much damage as he does, he's still incredibly squishy. Kanavi threatening, JDG threatening, just trying to force these waves forward, maybe get another inhibitor on the top side. Waves not quite synced.
Kok Atlasnya 09?
Lives to body block Ace of the Wall.
It's so hard here to kill 369. Killa doesn't have a Lord Dumb, so it's only Faker that maybe eventually can chew through.
Arrow on to Kanavi. JDG backing away, they don't want to overstay for the fight. With a shockwave, a looming threat from Knight, level 17, Death Cap, Shadow Flame. He and Kanavi work together, it's a death sentence for T1, no doubt. JDG just backing off, they got what they came for, 2 inhibitors. Now finally, they will turn their attention to this Drake. The map is theirs, they'll do things when they so please, and 369 doesn't take damage.
I pretty sure he was gaining health, but it is going to be the secure of all the neutral objectives. The 2 inhibitors down. JDG methodical here.
Okay, Infernal Dragon.
Will take exactly 1 soul from the Drake. Finds it canonically incorrect, but it drops 2.
Alright, return to the bottom side. Keep up the Baron.
Ngomong siapa Clairene lah.
Gumayusi trying his best here to put up these Caitlyn traps. Put a stop to the onslaughts. But JDG overwhelming.
Ruler off to the side. Unafraid, carry arrow.
Gila ya, Prestiture damage bagus juga, Wak. Sena punya.
Iya, makanya.
Beli kali ya?
Bagus banget.
Bagus juga. Ntar, gue tuh kemarin ada lihat, ada spill press next prestige.
Double cannon minions, 1 will be cleared away. 23 seconds left on the Baron. Can they break open this bot lane tower? Traps are there. 369 solo zoning off. Meanwhile, Kanavi just walks in with the Baron powered minions just to threaten the Nexus.
Parah, Dit. Atlasnya lihat tuh, beli apa?
Oke lah, GG. Oh, belum.
Going wide, potentially the last glimmer of hope. Now fading in this game too. Missing, taking a big chunk of damage here. No wave. T1 still able to clear it. Finally bot wave.
Nggak menang-menang.
It feels like an inevitability, but it's not over till it's over.
Udah mati.
T1 ready for 1 potential final fight. Zaya's poking off to the side still.
Has
a bit more armor pen now. Can start to hurt 369. Ulti coming out from
Gara-gara ini.
Aku gitu aku nggak terlalu juga dong.
Parah sih.
But again, JDG are too composed. They're too controlled. They will not take the bait. They will walk away, knowing that victory is inevitable as long as they do not make a mistake.
Parah sih di troll sih.
Gak menang-menang. JDG.
Disuruh Didit nge-pick gitu katanya.
Yang penting PT.
Bentar.
You are going to get Infernal Soul in about 2 minutes. You'll be able to get the
Nambah
Baron as well.
silakan.
You can win this game without ever fighting, which I, as an LSK
My
caster, really
God.
appreciate.
And what we've learned, if nothing else, is that the Golden Road has some pretty strict speed limits.
Ini nunggu Infernal Soul salah. Apa?
You respect the engage and the Ash Arrow, you should be able to just use
Dragon yang terakhir apa namanya, Ji?
them down. T1 are going to get very desperate here. They have no territory to work with double
Apa sih
super
namanya?
minions coming down every single lane. There's a multiplicative effect. They buff each other up.
Elder Dragon.
Elder Dragon.
Not give an engage opportunity.
Soul dulu ini. Belum ada yang dapat soul.
They're going for it. T1.
Oh iya betul juga.
The angle missing could be
Oh.
in trouble here. Zayas on the backside looking to lock up, trying to take down a bit more damage. Infernal Chain's not going to be very effective. Knight going golden. Has a bit more
Ini
space.
honor
Kanavi
tipis
now
banget,
on
Cok.
the way in. In goes Kanavi. And that should just be it. T1 holding on for dear life. Bigger uncontested on the backside. Gumichi going golden, but he is going to go down. The flash out will not be enough.
Kesantainya nggak mati mah.
Kesantainya terlalu OP.
In the base of T1 is JDG.
Kesantainya nggak bisa mati, coy. Gimana?
Putri kecil ayah, guys. OP guys, putri kecil ayah.
From JDG. It's amazing the top side that made the difference.
Putri kecil ayah OP guys.
My God, Kesante.
Hero of the early game. Him and Knight securing these mid-game team fights, and once JDG has a hold.
Oke, jadi the next mythic shop rotation ya.
When T1 try and make that pick and try rush,
Shit.
turn around on them. They get the dragon, they get the extra money back in. They
Oh, ini kan yang sekarang, nextnya apa?
And two strong wins from both sides. Different wins, most certainly, but we're going to have to see what it looks like as we get closer and closer to game 3 for now. We're going to set up a quick break. When we return, the analyst desk.
Hey. Parah.
CFD bekas.
Ah, kayak kita kecilin dulu.
Spesial miskin apa?
Kita tahu.
Lama juga ya game 2-nya ini, mohon maaf banget nih. Ente, JDG dilawan, beuh. Kiri apa itu AFK? Sengaja dia kompor. Iwan sedang nge-troll, adalah
Invalid
real.
nge-troll.
Oh, kita end dulu pollnya. Oke. Ngaso dulu 2 menit, let's go. Oke. Selagi itu saya mau cari mythic shop rotation selanjutnya dulu guys, sebentar ya. Ya ini yang currentnya, nextnya apa bang? Saya butuh next. Oh udah ada.
Apa? Apa Claire?
Dia nawarin diri pergerak.
Ini Blood Moon Atrox, JDA Popstar Evelyn, Arcanis Zoe, Cyber Hello Jana.
Waduh.
Udah update ya? Kayak gue mau beli ini Arcanis Zoe, I guess. Tapi maksudnya gue udah punya
Arcanis
Star
Zoe.
Guardian Zoe. Jadi kayak sia-sia gitu, nggak usah nggak sih? Kalau kita beli Cyber Halo Jana. Tunggu ya, mending kita buka aja. Udahan kata AC sih, Cok. Bukannya udah bukan apa? Bukan masanya lagi, udah bisa fancy faker. Tat dulu, menang dulu baru fancy. Kira-kira nih Claire kalau nyanyi cover God solo kuat? Enggak, kayaknya nggak kuat. Aduh, pilihan sulit. Atau setelah Claire gas biar makin GG. Mana ada. Perkaranya bukan masalah GG atau enggaknya, guys. Ini perkara, sabar dong. Ini perkara
Indonesia.
ada mythic essence-nya apa tidak? Bentar ya, aku buka dulu.
Biar ribet nih, tenang.
Jadi skinnya Sena Claire keren tuh. Ya sabar, belum ada, nggak bisa langsung dibeli bang. Nggak begitu konsepnya. Ya tidak bisa langsung dibeli teman-teman. Ada rotationnya. Jadi kita tidak bisa langsung beli. Gitu. Sponsornya Mercy, bener yoi lah. Apakah sudah update? Oh, bareng sama update Heartsteel kemarin kah? Oh iya nih, Prestige Blood Moon Atrox, Prestige KDA Evelyn, Arcanis Zoe, sama Cyber Haloo Jana. Kayak aku akan beli Cyber Haloo Jana sih.
Kenapa beli support?
Ya kenapa tidak, kan aku yang support cok.
Beli Atrox lah.
Halo Zoe, aku sudah ada skinnya. Tapi yang Atrox mahal banget anjir, 200. Jadi mau ambil yang mana Claire mythicnya nggak tahu, lihat nanti. Soalnya aku kayaknya nih nanti bakal beli Battle Pass dan kayaknya sih nggak dapet 2200 ya. Jadi kayaknya nggak akan dapet Mythic Essence. Jadi kayaknya aku akan beli Prestige Heartsteel Yone. Walaupun aku tidak akan pernah pakai, tapi yang penting punya aja dulu buat pamer gitu kan. Atrox lagi naik daun. Enggak, daunnya dia udah di atas dari kemarin. Gitu aja. Nah, siapa tahu nanti aku belajar main Yone jadi jago kan, gak ada yang tahu. Ya nggak?
Enggak.
Anjing. Babi. Gak apa-apa. Setidaknya jadi kita kalau misalkan dapet apa? Dapat Yone di Aram terus kan, oh sorry I cannot play, this is my first time playing Yone gitu kan, tapi Heartsteel Prestige gitu guys. Yang penting gitu aja guys.
Sombong dulu.
Ya sombong dulu. Kayak kemarin gue main siapa ya? Kemarin gue main gue main siapa kemarin deh? Dulu tuh kemarin tuh gue ada dapet champion yang gue nggak bisa main tapi skinnya keren. Siapa ya?
Siapa?
Waktu masih
oh Poppy, ya main Poppy. Terus Poppy gue Star Guardian kan. Nah, yang penting gaya dulu guys. Masalah bisa main apa enggak belakangan. Nah, itu lo budgetin jual skin, gak bisa jual skin anjir di sini.
Ya itu XP bang.
Oke, mari kita lihat. Ntar ya guys, aku mau
atasnya udah hancur.
Mau ngecek. Kit.
baru pindah.
Aduh.
Jadi bener ya.
Mati 2 hari.
Bowling girl.
Busuk timnya busuk.
Lu aku jago.
Mana?
Mana Indonesia Indonesia.
Oke.
Oke pingit. Apa sih Lucian?
Oh, sudah mau mulai lagi. Jadi intinya Mythic Essence Shop yang ini Nggak tahu, ntar aku lihat dulu deh dia animasinya bagus apa enggak. Kalau bagus mungkin aku akan beli one of them.
Apa anjay?
Aku niatnya mau beli skin yang lain sih, aku tidak tertarik.
Gak ada, ini kalah bang, kalah.
Oh iya.
Mas mati hijau, mas mati hijau WKWK tahu oke.
Kalah gold, XP-nya mah menang.
Dan itu di belakang ngelol kah? Kagak, mole. Lagi mole. Mereka lagi mole. Ntar aku mau ambil gunting kuku, mau sekalian gunting kuku guys. Ntar ya.
Tuh, siapa yang kill satu? Kadita.
Busuk.
Mati laku.
Yang penting apa? Nge-kill dulu.
Berarti selama ini dia main tani sampai minimal main cantik lebih bermanfaat.
Tenang, Bani carry the team.
Kita yang benar. Ngarit, kenapa ngarit? Parah ngarit.
Gak bisa kabur. Kan sakit banget itu udahan.
Gara-gara ngarit.
Ngarit. Nuh, yang kill 2 siapa?
Oke, I'm back. Oh udah sih, ini 3-1 JDG menang. Jangan ngomong seperti itu. Kita belum tahu. Halo Claire, halo Miko, welcome.
TO dong, TO.
Kau bisa TO anjing? Nggak bisa ya?
Nggak bisa lah, kan dia biru.
Kasian. Dia saling men-TO kalian. Aduh. Ya sambil ASMR gunting kuku guys. Tadi aku mainin kuku mulu soalnya. Ini mending kita gunting aja. Biar nggak usah dimainin kukunya.
Loh, kill 3.
Oke, kita back with the band pick session.
Ceweknya apa sih?
Oh, kencengin dulu sampai begini lah ya, biar nggak terlalu berisik kaliannya juga gitu. Sama matiin BGM. Let's go.
Kau sedih, gak ikutin.
Kita lihat siapa yang akan di-pick Faker. Apakah akan priority pick Oriana? Kita tidak akan pernah tahu gitu. Anjir kuku udah panjang banget, cok.
Yeah, and I think as we see draft coming in, Ori is actually getting banned out by JDG as astrologer's perspective. Yeah.
Oriananya di
Yeah,
ban.
we talked about how
Azir
Ramal
lagi
and
kah?
super high prio, we were wondering because he was allowed
Iyalah.
to play all those games, what he was going to come up with. And I thought his Senate game was great. 100% kill participation too.
Yeah, I think that's kind of the story of this is that we're not seeing missing
Si Didit tuh lagi sama ini Nopal ya.
going towards things like the Senate and still showing that
Apa? Didit.
for the show, which is why T1 elected onto blue side. We'll have to see what that first pick is going to be.
Nggak dijawab anjing.
Juga Indonesia coklat
Apa?
Didit lagi sama Nopal.
Iya, dia lagi di rumahnya Didit Nopal.
With Kalista up and available, you basically have to take it as a denial to ruler. So you're throwing down the gauntlet here. It'll be so interesting to see if it is going to be a range pairing for T1 alongside this. And are JDG going to be matching fire with fire? Is it just going to be Ash Caitlyn? Is it going to be Ash Varus? Because it feels like then that demands.
Oke, Ashe-nya di Parus.
Dia nolak punya
I
pompan.
don't know if they'll do it, but Carrion has played
Kalista
Kalista support.
support.
So this is
Varus.
you do have to keep in mind
Ngebut
when you're looking
banget,
at this T1 draft. It's the
Oke,
best.
Ruler akan pakai Varus. Oke.
Pakai bantu
I think that's the case. I mean, you heard Emily talk about it earlier. Missing was amazing on this Ash in the throughout summer, and I think this is where, throughout spring, and I think this is something where you can.
Agus si abu-abu, halo. Kenapa si abu-abu anjing? Ajarin Keria main AC, aduh benar. Missing be like sini, gua kasih paham cara main AC.
Yeah, and I do want to call out Varus as well.
Kan
Something that we've
betul.
seen Ruler excel on. He's very, very comfortable with this pick. So I like the Ash Varus lane coming out of JDG here.
I just really want to see hard
Wah,
engage.
lesin.
If you're not going to play from your support, I want
Lesin.
really hard engage from the teams to punish these double range.
Ah,
I do think Rel
lesin lah.
fits the bill. I think Oriana obviously is banned out, but there's other things that can pair alongside that.
Pedofil
Lesin. Anjir
Lesin
lagi.
lah, halah. Jangan ngepik lesin.
The Grey kan si abu-abu kak. Oh iya bener juga. Nggak ngeh gua.
Blue side, a strong 2v2, a support that is going to be really powerful for carry to keep them relevant in the lane. I think they're going to be set up really well.
There's also an opportunity here to go.
Ini Rel bisa Rel support ya. Kita tidak tahu. We're gonna see.
Phenomenal Silas player, and you set up for what could be a case of, hey, we're going to steal away some of these big ultimates, try and use that as the setup, and I think that's where you
Wukong.
play through both strengths in mid jungle and bot side.
And I think now JDG have to target the supports. You have to target what you think is going to come out from Keria. They're actually thinking a very aggressive option. I was thinking when the Varus Ash came through that it was going to be a range support. You know, that is going to be coming out, something like the Renata even. You know, especially when you're playing against Wukong and hard engage, I think Renata can be very, very valuable. It is a great pairing alongside, you know, what we've already seen. So I'm expecting Renata to get
Pike Akali, Sun jungler atau EXP? Jungler. Jungler.
Bisa top loh dia.
Oh ya betul, nggak salah.
Langsung.
Karena belum ada pick top. Itu juga Rel bisa Rel support sih. Jadi kita tidak tahu. Kita lihat dulu. Siapa itu brebet-brebet?
Siapa?
Tadi ada yang mic-nya brebet-brebet.
Ya kah?
Miku.
Alek kah?
Nggak tahu.
Especially when, as we were talking about, they've already banned the Akali. I think they're
Anjir digambar si Ruler, gila.
that could be the angle. So maybe this is the pivot going, hey, look, we're going to take the Talia. In theory, works well against the Kalista. And then it makes it a little bit easier for us to not fully have to go in towards this. We're just going to be melee range with you.
It's so interesting because the
Nah, kenapa hairstyle-nya Korea itu miris?
Ya rambutnya tebel-tebel kayak jamur gitu kan. Itu kayaknya biar ini deh. Biar kalau pakai headset kelamaan gak sakit. Bempernya itu. Gitu sih kata gue mah. Oke, Zeus masih dengan Atrox-nya.
Talia.
Yeah, I mean, I also think another thing that we
Renata berarti relnya owner.
Zeus's massive like blind pick, right? It's like Aatrox. That's fine. I'll take it.
Oh boy.
The red side advantage. Oh no.
I saw Dagdo wince as soon as the Renekton hover came in.
Buaya. Bagaimana Iji selaku pro player?
Kiri. T1. Aku megang T1. Nggak suka kanan.
Ininya apa? Komposisinya.
Nggak suka. Di buayanya sih sebenarnya. Sama Talia. Nah, kenapa Talia tuh agak aneh.
Coba selain Talia, siapa yang sebenarnya bisa mereka pick di kondisi ini? Gitu. Siapa gitu?
Siapa ya?
Dan buayanya juga boleh mungkin. Siapa yang bisa nge-counter Aatrox? Nggak ada, jangan-jangan anjing Aatrox OP itu, Cok.
TW. OTW, sabar.
Thank you very much, Shox. Getting into game now, looking at these drafts. T1 Markovic feels like a safer draft overall, maybe stronger overall as well. But see what JDG can do in this matchup.
Banget ya, pakai apa dia jadi video? Premier.
Renata and Kalista.
Counter initiation tool here, not only the Renata, but also the Azir. There's so much flexibility on the
Gak ada.
Definitely does seem like they got
We'll see, guys. We'll see.
We'll see how much work they can do. That rock will be super annoying with so many champions having dashes here. See if JDG can try and snowball.
Tanah kopi nanti bukan.
Set. Di invade rame-rame.
Kayaknya nggak mungkin sih.
Aduh, garing banget suara kuku gue. Renyah bet, renyah.
Gak ada mana, Dit. Gak ada mana, Dit. Gak ada mana.
Tadi suara casternya gede bet, sekarang kecil bet. Oke, mereka sudah punya vision di situ. Owner, kamu terciduk owner. Tapi ada backup. Oh, mereka tahu. Kita lihat.
The top laners will lane, but everyone else here.
I don't think you can do this really as T1 unless there's massive damage sustained from the red buff, because Talia is so good level 1 also. I don't know, they're just kind of watching here.
T1 here to spectate how JDG take a red buff. They do it well. T1 forced to walk away. Disastrous level 1, all things considered, because now Owner is he even going to be able to grab level 2 here? No.
Nice, Kanavi takes away
Ada bibir halal
here. But yeah, I mean, not only the Ashe Varus, but also the Talia over Azir in the level 1, big priority there. And it means that JDG accomplished their goal. They can split the map for this bottom lane that has been crucial.
Mundur, Bang.
Straight up back to spring. We're just healing level 1 to try and gain control of the wave, and it is Ruler and Mercy that are able to get the
Let's go. Game 3.
This bottom lane. Yes, you have the bailout, but when level 6 rolls around with the Ashe with the bars, the setup is so easy on the bottom side. You usually has to be very careful.
Oke, Kanavi menunggu di brush.
I don't know about the
Jadi
setup,
bush.
but they've got a big wave. T1 are still level 1. Can Guma and Carrier try and snipe some minions to get level 2?
Trying as quickly as they can to lock down some of these level 2 now going in. Kanavi.
Oh no, amazing. Wow, carry ya.
Waduh.
JDG trip over their own feet here though in the bottom lane.
Carry ya. The man, the legend, carry ya.
Comes up huge on the Renata.
FK ada Premier Pro. Wondershare film
Gila.
This man not allowing anybody to get through. Out of all the
My
four champions in the
gosh.
bottom lane, if you told me Renata got the double kill, it's the least likely one for me to believe. But that said,
And he's gonna get he got all the minions at the tower afterwards too. So there's gonna be a bunch of extra experience. We're actually gonna see a support higher level than AD carry this game because of the kills, because of the big minion wave that was stacked up there. That's another thing when you're going for these early tower dives. A big part of why you do
Bisa
it
gitu
is
ya?
trying to
Kenapa
deny
enggak?
those large minion waves and
Kenapa
Navi
tidak?
back again. All
Yeah,
right.
because this
Kenapa
wave
tidak
state
bisa?
is so doomed for T1. They need to try and fix it, but they don't know where Kanavi is. And I love this because there's nothing for him to gain on top of the map. You know, Owner is going to invade that side.
Oh shit, my nails flew away.
They gotta.
Carrying no flash, and this Giant's belt is good, but he's
Si
slowly getting
Kanavinya ngeflank ngegeng bawah mulu coy.
lane state for JDG.
And I think the thing here is I don't know
Membuat
where Owner is. And if you do
Guma
get caught up
Yusi
in a 3v3,
tidak bisa
they go either way, and bailouts
bermain.
in those situations can be really big.
Now though, after they've been able to push it out, they should be fine here. Retreat back to your Krug skill. The red side jungle camps have respawned.
Oke, replay dari tadi yang geng. Kirianya cuy.
And they do get him, but Keria had immediately gone for Ruler there. Missing flashes after the second, or the extra tower auto was already
Yeah,
so he dies even after flashing.
double
Keria is
kill.
able to
Super double kill.
as well, regardless of cleanse.
The handshake was a bit too firm there for JDG. We're not a fan of that one.
He's got a firm grip.
Man's got some strong forearms. Put him in there.
Man, look at the CS though. 43 for Ruler to the 16 now of Guma trying to scrape together those minion waves. Keria, of course, got a bunch of the experience from all those minions that was there, but denying them to the
My
Kalista, to that
gosh.
snowballing AD Keria. Definitely huge.
Baru dikasih paham soalnya kayak gila.
Picks up the kill, and particularly on his Wukong, this man has been able to carry so many team fights, and him getting an early lead is going to be really big. So even though Keria was able to pick up the kills, I think you're still very happy with that play as JDG. Just means that Keria should be getting to what I assume will be a Radiant Virtue very early on. We'll see if he's able to utilize that in some of these mid-game fights that surely are going to erupt around the possible dragons. Although this first one with the tempo as it is, wouldn't be surprised if Owner is able to pick this on. They have mid lane prio, bot lane prio as well.
Kanavi on the top side as well, so not much of an angle to contest on this one. JDG will know what's happening.
Oke, Dragon T1.
Content to give up.
T1 dapat.
Oke, tidak di kontes.
Soul is going to be this time around. We're going to need to wait for one more dragon at least, however. And right now, in terms of gold, JDG are sitting pretty. T1, obviously, the big boon they got on the bottom side. Lackluster in the grand scheme of things, even if it did look good to see Keria get the double.
Gotta say, though, last time, Kanavi getting some early kills worked out pretty well for JDG. And he is on his signature Wukong. Him and Levi are the two junglers worldwide that did not give up on this champion, even after the jungle nerfs to Wukong came in.
Oke, jadi kata casternya, Wukong adalah champion spesialisnya si Kanavi.
And that is very concerning for the side of T1. They need to be clean in their execution and be careful around the potential level 6 plays from this JDG lineup. Wukong, the Talia, their ability to move around and set up these walls could be incredibly disruptive for anything T1 try to do.
Ya, we'll see lah.
Gila
lu, 2 kill pertamanya ngambil Keria, cok.
And we do see that 369 in isolation has been doing a really good job of using the earning power of Dornexen to keep Zeus on the back foot. And T1 haven't really shown yet that they're able to win a game where they don't get the early lead after the team fighting from JDG in game number 1. And right now, it doesn't look like T1 have found any early angles in this game outside of the dragon specifically.
Have to see what it looks like as we get closer and closer to fights. Herald spawning in 5 seconds here. For now, topside pressure in favor of JDG. See if they try to level it as Kanavi is currently clearing out the walls. 369 going all in with the dominance here. It looks like just trying to get some pressure. Threat of the all-in not quite there yet. Forcing out the world ender from Zeus, and the flash coming out from 369, respecting the potential follow-up there on the Darkened Blade.
Yeah, really good movement there from Zeus.
Tidak adanya kill di atas top lane.
They did. Tadi.
Has really had so Let's see though, JDG will take the opportunity here to slip on in as we call up Keria, the real powerhouse of the bottom lane.
A level 6 Keria, courtesy of the early play, has the XP advantage, missing, trailing behind, but isn't going to do a lot. Ruler, however, looking for the all into the one. Kumiushi, nice flash to give away.
Miss.
In the meantime, fight on the top side, 369 and 9 comboing together, catching out Faker, Kanavi, and spin goes the monkey, the cyclone coming through.
Oke, Keria lagi yang dapat kill, Wak. Keria 3-0, man. He's a freaky support. Nani Puri.
He gets the kill, he gets the red buff carrier now running for his life, flash over right to safety, still standing, ticking down, back in, hostile take
Waduh, ultinya miss.
will not connect, it's an absolute mess of a fight on the top side.
But in the end, it is T1 that pick up the Herald. They'll get that, but outside of that, as you're saying, so many summoners being blown. Kanavi, 369, Knight missing, and Zeus as well, Faker as well. All these cooldowns will be down for the upcoming fight.
Aku pengen kakak kecil sih sebenarnya.
So messy. Keria was holding
Rusuh banget, rusuh.
just for the ultimate and the handshake at the very end, not to even connect there. He did pick up the kill for T1, and he picked up the eyeball Herald though, and he's got a bounty on his head now, 300 gold on the back of that support.
Iya, makanya anjing. Aneh banget nih. Bounty-nya di support anjrit.
And they did.
Yang megang bounty Keria, guys. 3 kills Keria. Gagal paham aku, Cok.
As they're trying to chase him off here, Keria still holding his ultimate. They feel like they've got Kanavi dead to right. They pop the Herald here. Owner's able to grab that one before he goes down, and then Keria can actually go pick up the eyeball even with the red buff missing in his face. Actually, surviving and his flash gone as well.
And it's actually the smite on the Herald that gives Owner the level up, which allows him to then Magnet Storm and stay alive for a little bit longer. Otherwise, that could have gone way worse.
Oke, we are done gunting kukunya, guys.
The lead right now, Zeus doesn't have flash available, and Kanavi.
Dijual Kak.
Waduh, kuku VTuber. Cepet banget. Dijual kuku VTuber.
Pasti ini kuku lanang.
Waduh.
JDG a successful dive on top.
Right, what is going to be the answer on the bottom side of the map? They send Rel down there, but look, JDG have already pulled their bottom lane all the way back from the tower. They had the controller in there in the jungle to see them come for the invade as well. As Dragon is spawning, JDG turret plates on top side.
There's also Knight who already rotated over, knowing that a dive could be in the works. But with Talia shadowing towards that side, can't actually do it. So T1 will get a Drake, but they're paying so heavily for it.
And JDG do have an Ash Arrow
pinggang gua.
Nggak bunyi. Ultimate, but looks like they don't want to do it without Kanavi having his ultimate available for the Wukong. So they'll give up the objective in exchange for the huge bounty of gold on top.
Okay, dapat Drake, another Drake.
The thing we have to keep our eye on now is where is this Herald going to go? In the back pocket of Keria, not ideal. He's not going to be able to move between every lane in the same way that Owner would, but might shift his attention to the top side of the map as he starts to wander up there.
Nih.
Owner right behind him. Try to break the top lane matchup open. Zeus, some
Strike
incredible
terus emang bisa.
on this Aatrox in the quarterfinals, continuing to go for the lethality route. His bread and butter, see what he can get done.
It's also again Kanavi having such a
Ke
big
kiri,
impact.
ke kanan, real.
Kills extremely well.
Pegel,
This is
cuy.
a level 10 Renekton, doesn't have dominance but does have Gore Drinker available, and Kanavi
Parah, ditinggal Didit aku.
Has been the most underrated pick at World so far. T1 are going to go for the dive. Kanavi's going to try and answer.
TP now
Oh,
coming in, 369 staying
siapa yang
alive, 4
TP?
down, no dominance, Gore Drinker healing now coming in, but Zeus goes in just in time, hostile takeover, will not connect on the real Kanavi, they're still focusing on Zeus, the bailout will not be enough, and they'll say kill Kanavi, not quite! Shattering strike, bit more damage going through, but at the end of the day, they get the kill on the top side.
Ya, Zeus mati.
Top laner, but it's missing, and Ruler looking to extend their lead on the bottom side, Herald now dropped, trying to give gold to Faker.
The new spawn Kanavi there, Faker should be able to at the very least benefit from some of the gold that is going to come through here, but it's still JDG.
0-2 situation on Zeus.
Lead and make it even bigger. Look at the gold lead here. We're looking at almost 1k advantage for Ruler.
Well executed defense on the top side for JDG. a character down and
Anjing
they still
siapa yang
get the
gencana,
1-for-1
Cok?
trade plus allow
Teng neng 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 neng.
Remember that coming into today,
Mino kenapa nggak dari tadi?
deficit at 15 minutes of the game. They were not a powerhouse landing team, but today the story's starting to change. And we can see T1 going for the play here is missing, throws out the arrow. We can see how this unfolds.
And it is actually
Bisa di
being big because Zeus otherwise can just get out there, might be able to survive, and then T1 can take a big win, then use their threat and try and play for a hero play afterwards. But instead, they're not able to take down Kanavi. They don't get the bailout resets, and it's JDG that gets out ahead.
A really good Kanavi clone there.
Kanavi now going in the arrow just around the corner. The bar assault's going to be there as well. Keep your eyes on Ruler. Where is he going to throw it? Owner trying to break the play out. Guma keeping his support alive. Does not want to give over the 3-0 shutdown to the side of JDG, but JDG keeping the pressure up, keeping their eyes on the tower. Will focus down that objective.
Yep, the damage is enough for them to take down the tower. Kanavi invested his ult, he invested his flash to escape, not give over the extra kill. Their counter jungling is also successful. They are on here. JDG taking over.
Iya loh, orang Bandung, macet nggak ada yang lakon. Surabaya, mampu baru itu
The early game has been exceptional, but particularly with a composition where you have the Kalista, that is, as we see here in the lane economy snapshot, 900 gold behind.
I don't know.
It becomes so hard to play out these mid to late game fights, and the only gold is on Carrier. Which, you know, he's gonna feel great
Sampai
about,
dulu,
but
Len.
T1 as a whole, not
Tempat
so
gua
much.
mati lampu. Waduh. Semoga cepat nyala, Pon.
Slipping away as we get to the final.
Terima kasih sudah datang. Bye bye.
So that T1 have been able to grab the first 2 Drakes. They have not gotten nothing.
Nama Stone.
Getting a third, moving up to Soul Point.
Getting the Rift Herald again.
But I don't think JDG are going to give them an angle. They're so far ahead now. They don't have to concede much. Of course, not in a great position. Yeah, I was going to say, not in a great position to contest.
Okay, they got the Rift.
I said concede much, because they will have to give that one up. See if the same is true of the Drake, Mr. Laffy.
Yeah, who's laughing when JDG come to town? Honestly, I want to see about the monkey on the top side here, because Kanavi's going for a lane gank. Was he just covering a possible play here, because they did get Rift Herald alert, so they know, and it's kind of just allowing for the possible play here to counter.
As Ruler snipes that, I think, snipes the scuttle away from Owner, not able to pick that one up. That actually is going to be really big.
Bakal get halo gelap, welcome. Saya kan senator di HP ya, kalau baterainya habis, kuotanya tipis, bisa apa? Ya guys,
Udah nangis.
bisa nangis. Capek banget.
Nice.
Itu hero karakternya apa-apa aja, Kak. Oke, T1 itu Zeus pakai Atrox, Owner pakai Rel, Faker pakai Azir, Gumayusi pakai Kalista, Kyria pakai Renata Glass. JDG 369 pakai Boya Darat, terus Kanavi pakai Sun Gokong, Knight pakai Talia, Ruler pakai Varus, Missing pakai Ash. AC. Mungkin Zeus is waiting for the flank. Apakah ini akan menjadi seperti game waktu itu? Yang Zeus ngeflank. Bisa juga sih kalau aku selama HP hidup paketan unlimited. Nah, tapi kan ada yang paketan.
Dead.
Ah itu. Faker tadi kayak kurang minum sih kata gua.
Nice.
Kata gua tadi Faker kurang minum. Ultinya nggak kena kan? Gitu. Ini
lagi dehidrasi.
Iya, dia lagi dehidrasi gitu. Kurang fokus gitu. Kurang minum sih kata gua.
Minum A. Sanjay.
Sun Gokong skillnya gimana di LoL? Nggak tahu gimana. Ji,
Gokong
sama di mole bedanya apa?
Pokoknya ada yang ngedes, terus ngebong, terus knock up. Ultinya knock up.
I'm okay, I'm fine.
And we see the value of the Renata come through yet again. There is no counterpunch for
I'm okay,
JDG.
I'm fine.
Gila. Paket gue aman, ada 2 biji, 15 GB, 15 hari, buset. Aku sebulan cuma pakai 12 GB apa?
Iya dik.
Iya, iya bang. Ya aku kan di rumah doang bang, nggak pakai kuota. Gila Jiji, kamu keren owner. Kukira kayak di AoV, skill sama ultinya semua ngedes. Enggak beda.
Mandi guys. Untung ada Arlodit.
Oh,
iya.
Oke, kita lihat top dan jungler kita 2v2 situation.
Red buff taken away this time by owner. See who else on T1 wants to go for this one. T1 regaining their composure after a pretty difficult early game. Knight will take a tower on the top side of the map. JDG holding on to a gold lead, but T1 feeling a lot more confident coming into the next dragon fight, 2.5 minutes away. Baron spawning in 4 seconds. Both sides take it pretty quick. Although the lethality Varus actually puts a pretty big damper on any hopes JDG has for bursting it down.
Oh, Zeus. Oh, 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 hilang. Bruce Blood. Oh, oh,
oh, nice.
Oh,
hampir.
Itu tadi timing Bruce Blade-nya mantep kali. Lewat itu tadi. Apa? Arrow-nya Ash. Ini owner emang nggak boleh pakai mocking. Cupu dia main mocking. Ini si Knight Q-nya nggak kena biji mana dah. Q angin dari tadi gue liat dia. Beuh. Zeus. Gila Zeus. Kata gue Zeus kalau lagi kagak Worlds mainnya Aatrox mulu. Oh nggak mati. Dipok sama ruler.
Ya mati.
Oh. Kejar sampai ujung, gila, dikejar sampai ke rumah ininya, ke rumah mama bapaknya dikejar. Iya, the crocodile still alive, guys.
Blunder, terlalu takabur guys.
Owner mukil dia. Lu lihat, Q-nya si Knit nggak ada yang kena, cok. Q angin. Susah sih emang pakai tali ya. Range-nya ampas banget. Aku mau mandi dulu. Oke Ji, silakan. Gila itu buaya daratnya ke mati-mati, cok. Brutal.
Baiting him in, Q healing on the outside, then the stun onto Faker almost was enough to chain into the seismic shove, but not quite enough. They just get his flash.
Cepat lah melatan namanya. Last moon di mobile.
It's fine. We got 369, and they most certainly did not. But T1 still have the Baron buff available and should be able to.
Skillnya si buaya bisa life steal soalnya. Curing.
Their number one prize, but both carries are flashless on the side of T1. They have to play flawlessly. They miss position even once, it could cost them. Missing his ult up and available. The Ashe can find an angle, it can all fall apart. Zeus caught out a bit here, forced to retreat. Dragon, objective, getting lower. Weaver's Wall bringing Knight into the fight. The entire team split. Arrow going wide. That's massive. 369 going to the pit, trying to isolate and take out the jungler. T1 need to turn. It's the hostile takeover connecting. Who can get the objective? And the steal coming through in time.
Oh, missing masih di bawah.
Is not done. Missing on the backside. Vulnerable on his lonesome, but JDG pulling back. slowly, surely, they have no jungler, but they have the objective. T1 desperate to get more. They know they need to get something here. Pushing in. 369 over the wall.
Zeus dipok-pok terus.
It's diligent. It is controlled. 369 now going in, forcing out the ultimate. Missing has been caught out. Missing will go down.
Missing tusuk corner. Nggak kena. Nusuknya nggak kena anjing. Bener. Nusuk kagak kena.
Successful heist for JDG because not only do they deny the soul and are they able to get themselves towards more dragons, but additionally, and the most important part, the Baron buff is now gone. T1 actually weren't able, because of the topside play, and then this fight, to utilize their buff to get more objectives.
All right, keep your eyes on Kanavi. He sacrifices his life to go in here and steal the dragon and deny the soul. They're trying to focus on Owner. 369 goes for him. They stun him. They seismic shove him. They keep him out. He smites early, down to the 300-something HP there, and then Kanavi's able to get it, but Kanavi just pops in the middle of T1. The sacrifice. And then they kind of
Kanavi nyemplung ke tengah kolam, tenggelam.
They all turn their sights towards Missing on the back. Kind of respect it from JDG though. They're trying to kite them out and poke them down, even with 4 members here. But the Kalista ultimate means they're going to get the full engage onto that Ashe. Missing has no mobility.
And what is really big is that Missing actually ends up flashing there, because at that point, I think JDG had already won the play. Missing trying to get more, ends up backfiring because Ashe in particular, when Faker has his flash available, is a sitting duck for an Azir shuffle.
Absolutely is. Missing maybe now caught out again, just as you call it, Chronicler. But Kanavi in the meantime just trying to isolate Zeus. He needs to be careful though, because the rest of T1 is now coming in. Missing running for the hills, but he surely will go down. Faker grabbing the kill. 369
Okay.
forced out of the
Uy.
pit. Locked up.
Oh, terslow.
Taking him out to safety. T1 finding the kill on a Missing, but not a lot else. Priority in their favor. They're going to get mid first. They're going to get push. 1 minute and 30 to the Baron.
And the main goal here is going to be to try and get control of the Baron, force JDG to face check. And JDG not having control, a lot of their poke from the Talia, from the Lethality Varus, isn't going to be nearly as easy to hit. And it takes away a large part of power for this JDG composition.
And we know how many times these games come
Oh
down to
my
item spikes, and they
gosh,
come down to
where is
summoner
this gonna
spells. Kanavi
go?
not having his flash,
RT1
that
gonna
spike could be massive.
win.
Missing his heal, probably not as big of a deal, but that Wukong not being able to immediately find backline access could cost them dearly, especially as each and every member of T1 has their flash up and available.
Aku meletakkan 15 poinku kepada T1.
JDG dispersed into the 1-3-1 here. Ruler in your ruler position, trying to hold that wave. Should be calm as T1 get a little bit deeper vision.
And it feels like such an important breakpoint, because this is the first game that hasn't been very much in favor of one of the teams. Winning this gets you 1 game away from making it to the World's Finals. This is the most close game we've had so far. T1 do have Dragon advantage, but JDG have an incredible team fight come themselves as well.
And if you look at some of the star players here, Ruler got a lot of the early money. This Varus is on 3 items with transformed Muramana. This Varus poke is unreal right now. 3-item power spike with the Lucidity boots as well. So much cooldown reduction, so much poke damage available here. He's the one who tries to take over mid lane crush. They're even going to use Knight's ultimate to try and get some extra damage on tower here. It looks like they don't want to step up to it.
Have to be careful. Maybe not expecting 4 members of T1 to be there. Zeus walking up to the mid lane as well.
Oh my god.
The poke from Ruler can be devastating.
Oh my god.
T1 can't spend too long trading blows
Mulai
in
ke
the mid lane
target
against this
here.
Forest. Or too long setting up and taking objectives. Topside
Win
control,
Soul
topside
kah?
control in favor of T1. A bit
Cloud
vision
Soul?
of the pit means JDG don't have to be too scared, but they might be fishing for the angle. Arrow going onto the jungler. Flick back is there. Looking to burst over. Looking to taste him out of the equation. The pullback is there for Guma. He will keep Carry alive. Fate's call. But it's the fate of T1 to lose this Baron. Zeus playing on the edge here. Step forward. Dark and Blade.
Okay,
Q2
nice.
coming out. Just a bit of
Kiting.
poke, though. JDG looking to take control of the area, but they don't quite have
Very
all
good
the vision that they
kiting.
need to walk in
Oh, Zeus
fearlessly.
is on the watch. They can take him down.
Zeus spotted 369 early ultimate to get the Fury up. Knight going over the wall. The
Oh,
back flashed
the
away,
dots.
but Zeus is certainly dead. The rest of T1 now trying to move into the jungle to compensate, but Missing zoning them off as best he can. Zeus, the blast cone, not enough. Back into the
No,
midst of the
blast
team, and he will
cone-nya
get taken down. Ruler now on a
dihancurkan.
rampage.
And that may be the angle that they're looking for.
Dragon though, are they going to try and trade Baron for Dragon Soul? They've got Kalista They're gonna try and rend it. Gumayusi's gonna
Yeah, they get the Cloud Soul though.
Soul in exchange for the Baron buff.
And the immediate win gonna be there for JDG. We know how deadly this team is when they get their hands on a Baron. T1 starts off with missing, finding the arrow onto owner, ends up going down, and it snowballs from there. The vision control pivotal there, because if Zeus goes unmatched and JDG start that up, it might have been another play entirely.
We'll see. We'll see, guys. We'll see.
Able to pull out at
Let
least
them
on the
cook.
short term.
JDG have had
Let
some
them
of the
cook.
most devastating Baron power plays of
Aduh,
history at
mejaku
this
ketendang.
tournament. Let's see what they can get done with it,
Kita
because
biarkan
they
mereka
did
cook.
pay a decent price here
Okay.
in the form of a permanent dragon soul to the side of T1.
Perkara sulit.
That soul for the next 2 minutes and 20 seconds. It is JDG who are favored. Not quite enough members in the mid lane to board
Kayak
this tower down, but
hancur.
the powered cannon minions will be more than enough. And again, eyes on ruler. Kuma
Oh.
wants to flash. Clean arrows from missing this game. Owner has to be careful here. Flick back, not quite going to connect. Owner able to walk this one out. A tier 2 tower in the sights of JDG. They should be able to get this easily. A similar story for 3.
Okay, Zeus flanking again. Once more. Okay.
And the heal is good in lane, but once you get out, it is very
Owner
tough
is
not to have the
flanking
cleanse.
again.
Stays on the flank.
Stays on the side. TP coming in. Faker looking to
Oh, Faker! Faker, the man, the legend, bro. Oh my, is he alive? Oh my gosh.
And it's Faker that sets it up. Owner that knocks it down.
Oh my god. The legend. Oh my god. The myth, the legend. Faker. Oh my god. Itu literally cuma satu fight, one fight. Wow.
Players on T1, they've accomplished so much, and yet, of course, everyone knows their main goal, an international championship, has been the one
It
thing that has
just
eluded them.
takes
They've talked
them
about in
one
interviews,
fight.
This might be the last year that they stay together.
Oh my
So many of
gosh.
them being career T1 players, to be one step away from reaching another finals is huge.
An incredible game from T1, and what a confidence-inspiring moment to turn it back just when it might have been lost. And T1 now moving on to match point after the break. But first, let's have a look at some of the behind-the-scenes footage of our daily teases, thanks to the Oppo Cam.
Tapi kalau mereka di forum dunia itu kalah deh mati dan itu kan jadi
Unlock extra loot with the Worlds Event Pass. Every Event Pass purchase will add to the prize pool for Worlds 2023. There's a lot to celebrate at this time of year.
Huh? What is this?
Oke guys, tadi kamarku di invade. Ada orang yang datang. Aku mute dulu. Bentar guys. Oke guys, T1 well played. Aduh benar, JDG. Masih terpesona pemain Faker tuh, gila banget Faker. Kita boleh ulang nggak replay? Oh, mau replay fightnya. Gila, easy predicted. Kata Faker, hit you like a book. Gila. Oh, nice stopwatch Gumayusi. Gila. Itu gue mah untuk kenapa si Renata sama punya stopwatch. Iya makanya. Kena dapet itunya si Renata dia. Sama Keria dikasih kan yang apa handshake apa gitu. Gitu. Gila banget. Oh my gosh. One fight bisa bikin win. Ya itulah T1. Begitulah konsep kerjanya mereka. Konsep kerjanya enggak tuh. Prinsip kerjanya gitulah. Jangan lupa minum. Iya nih, gue mau minum. Gila, GG. Good game. Sore Kak Claire, halo Hase, sore, welcome. Oke, karena mumpung ini juga masih beberapa detik lagi, aku ambil minum bentar ya guys. Minumku habis.
Unbelievable! It is Faker and T1 on match point after what was a very dicey game. And Azale, we've just been nerding out ever since that last play happened, right?
As soon as this play happened, all I could think of was the 2017 play we showed at the beginning of the day. Ruler catching Faker, ending the World Finals. This is the shoe on the other foot, and we should just look back to back. This is 2017 World Finals match point for Samsung. Ruler flash ults, catches Faker, they kill him, they end the game off of it. Fast forward, we can move into the next one even, and it's going to be 2023 today.
Okay, 안녕하세요, I'm back.
Match point now.
Girl.
It's Faker catching Ruler. The shoe is on the other foot. This is history between these two legends.
What did we see in the teaser? Ruler saying our road is inevitable. Faker saying, remember, Ruler, all roads lead to me.
And I think also we talked about JDG's team fighting, right? And how well they layer CC. Owner on these secondary follow-up engages with the Rel or
Damn, the legend.
the rest of the team following up has been
The legend.
really on point, and you saw it in that team fight as well.
And it wasn't easy because the Wukong was actually quite strong.
Yeah, I think the Wukong was doing an awful lot of work out trying to, one, control the early stages of the game, but when you look at those team fights, I mean, Owner, incredible, flashing over the Ash Arrow, getting in towards the Azir ults. It's like Faker, multiple times the Azir ults were making the difference. I think it was absolutely incredible to see just how strong T1 were taking what JDG are famous for and matching them at that.
Yeah, it was hard for JDG to play it out, and you said it already, Owner, every second counts, and thanks to the reliable Cisco network, Owner finds the perfect engage in the river to take down Knight and Missing.
Yeah, this was absolutely unbelievable. We have a telestrator through it, so we're just going to roll right into it. But this was amazing. The split-second decision here.
Kita nonton lagi
really
replaynya.
what you have to watch. So eyes on Owner here in the middle of the fight. We're going to roll this out. As JDG, we were all screaming, T1 need to back off. JDG are chipping Owner down. Owner's going to die here. Knight finds this really good angle for the ulti. Sections him off. Owner's getting really low. All of T1 is bottled up back here, and you're thinking, all right, this is JDG's dragon. T1 cannot overstep.
No, Faker.
Right this moment here, arrow gets fired out, and Owner does not panic. The man flashes over it in a world semifinals. Are you kidding me? Flashes over it, and watch the engage. Plus the follow-up here. Faker wraps around. Everyone comes in from T1. This was mind-blowing stuff.
This is my Roman Empire.
This is insane. Look, this one's gonna live rent-free in my head for so long.
Terus yang masuk semua di ulti sama Renata Glass. Gila. Gox. Very, very Gox.
Yeah, and we talked a bit.
The man, the legends. Faker itself. Opa Faker, yoi. Faker. Itu boneka Timo yang hitam dijual, Kak. Yang mana? Mana boneka Timo yang hitam mana?
Owner was bearing the brunt of all of the criticism and hate that T1 were receiving
Yang mana?
in a lot of these games because he looked so
Boneka
bad.
Temo yang mana?
To see him have the wherewithal to come out and do this kind of play is awesome.
It's crazy, just a presence of mind in that moment. We're going into game 4 with T1 on match point and JDG have selected the blue side. I'd like to pull up the drafts that we've seen so far and just think of where this could go. And in general though,
Yang di LoL di Busan sekarang itu loh. Ah?
for a long time in this game, JDG was actually doing really well in hard situations. In
Which one is it?
They worked out of this game. It actually needed that play from T1. So
Oh, aku cari ah.
for game 4.
Yeah, I mean, I think the interesting thing across these drafts is, again, we were talking about, okay, is JDG going
Intinya blue side win. So pick blue side. Pick blue side lah.
And some of that was just execution based, right? Because I actually didn't mind how JDG played this out. They set up really, really well off of the level 1 for that bot lane, like we've been seeing
Pick
from
blue
T1
side
in some of the
loh.
previous games in this series. So I'm really curious for the next draft if we're still going to be seeing these lanes because they've now lost twice on red side.
Yeah, I think the super interesting one for me as well is like what red side 5 is being used for. The Alistar, not the best of picks in this last spot. When you look towards the Alistar there, you're counterpicking yourself with the Alistar. Top lane. We highlighted so much coming into this, how that support counterpick was going to matter massively, and the Renata was huge in these scenarios. When you look at the Senna coming in to match the Ashe and the Caitlyn, these are the picks that are actually defining the blue side and working out so well.
And we've been saying at the beginning of the day, is it going to come back to bite them that JDG picked red, going under the assumption that the red side was stronger because of those last best of 5s? We saw maybe it isn't the case. Azale, what do you think? Is T1 going to close the deal here, or are we going to game 5?
I think T1 is going to close it out. I think they are playing so
Oh,
incredibly
please,
well
please, 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 T1.
so blue side favored that blue side just automatically wins.
I think especially with the way the team 1 are fighting, it's very hard
Coba
for
dicek
JDG
di kolom
to
komunitas.
JDG at their own game and they look better.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the
Hah?
big thing, right? Is again, because we talked about, okay, JDG are trying to match
Doko.
up really well off the level 1 for this Varus Ashe lane. But then the way T1
Doko.
won was mid to late game team fighting with Faker and
Di
Owner getting
mananya?
that play in mid, right? Onto Ruler. So, like, I definitely think that T1 have
Harusnya
shown
kalau kayak
that
goodie
they
bag
are
gitu
a
harusnya
multifaceted
dijual
team.
sih.
They are not just a team that has to play these pushing bot sides. They have a lot
Terus
of
kok nggak
really good
dijual buat
answers,
apa
and
gitu kan?
they have the presence of mind to pull off these 5v5 fights in the mid to late game.
Apa dia pasang di situ?
This is a potential end of the golden road for JDG, the team most likely to ever have done it. And T1 on the other side, they are now one step away
Timo.
from another finals.
I love that you brought it up. They're not going to let it
Flashy.
go so easily, JDG. I am sure, or will it be T1 to another world final?
That's a damn good question. And I have no idea, but I am hyped. This series has absolutely delivered. That game 3 was a banger. There is no
Topi
other word
Timonya
for it.
lucu banget. Pengen topi Timo.
Edge right here with some of these plays, these engages, and we are being treated to some of the best League of
Ayo cari topi Timo.
ever see. Faker so deep into his
Topi
career after
Timo.
all these
Ada
years,
cowok topi Timo.
just win a semifinals game just like that, flashing on ruler, making the big
Di
play.
Tokped ada.
Coming into this game after that is that
Ada.
given over the Azir,
Topinya Timo.
one of the biggest aberrations in champion pools on
Comeback.
Comeback. Ji, topinya Timo ada Ji di toko hijau.
Berapa?
100 ribuan.
Emang ya.
Ada, cari aja Timo Head. Banyak. Ada coy.
Toko oren ada nggak toko oren?
Oh nggak tahu, ntar aku cek toko oren. Ada juga tapi dikit, harganya 200 ribuan. Nggak jelas. Di hijau ada guys, di hijau 100 ribuan. Beli nggak sih?
Oh iya.
OTW giveaway ini mah, waduh.
Tapi ada yang PO ya.
Oke. Apakah T1 akan memutuskan tali apa? Mitos Blue Side Twin. Aduh. Mari kita lihat. Wah, kita akan ini kah? Giveaway. Jarpan. Oh, kirain lesin anjing.
Dititikut nggak? Pal. Parah, Nopal nggak sholat, parah.
Apa nih?
Kok nggak sholat, parah sih.
Oh, Belfet.
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 Tumben-tumbenan ngepick Belfet.
Ada Belfet. Ada Belfet nih, bos.
Level 1 compositions as we go to the possibly final game.
Additionally, we do see that Zeus will not be allowed to play Aatrox in this one. And now T1 are faced with an option. Do you want to pick something for Zeus so that he can try and pressure 369 in his position? Or are they going to leave it and have the risk of his pool being pinched?
So JDG are actually in a bit of a pinch here for the Aatrox because Zeus on his Smurf has been playing Graves, which we saw a really strong counter to it already. I wonder if they're going to ban away the Graves to protect Aatrox here. Some other counter picks to it that are pretty rarely seen are like the Fiora, the Camille sometimes used as well.
Oke, Aatroxnya diambil sama JDG. Pakai apa, Zeus?
Jaice.
Oh, bener juga. Jaice.
Dari Cimeloga, melo apa? Kan daftar lomba lu. Ayo.
Rawam sama ininya apa? Di siapa?
Apa?
Rawam.
Rawam nggak tahu Fani.
Rawam sopo.
Si Zeus kacamatanya bagus dah.
Raka. Kawan Raka di Steam.
Jadi pengen gua.
Min 2.
Cuma bisa support.
Aku nggak mau ngeromong.
Kan Mito.
CBS
Oh,
cuma bisa support.
EGXP.
Iya kan kan loro.
Loro, roam karo gold.
Gol. Rom gak peduli aku cukup. Pokoknya gol ini jago.
Korom cupu, kon ngejanggal gak diewangi.
Misalnya aku gak diawangi jago. Gol itu sih
Oh Yono. Hah?
Udah cari gol dan jago.
Top Yono.
Yono.
Top Yono.
Mending yo.
Apakah Prestige Heartsteel skinnya?
Sampai yang tinggi. Kalau ada yang jago friend.
Temenmu lah. DCS mu, temen DCS mu.
Belvet tuh jungle kan?
Iya jungle.
Tapi dia nggak tahu main apa.
Zeri Lulu.
Bentuk sih guys. Rhapsody dah. Siapa ya?
Oh.
I mean, we still don't know who's playing what. Like, given that it's Gume Yushi, yeah, it's going to be the Bard instead. And let's not forget, it was this Zeri pick specifically.
Ya kali pakai Caitlyn anjrit. Itu headsetnya G Pro X bukan sih? Coba kasih tahu gua. Yakinkan gua.
Even though JDG are on the blue side this time around, that has won all the games. It seems a little iffy here. They do need to scale into this game. T1 have a lot of playmaking options here. Aggressive lanes locked in.
Let's go. We are going to game 4. Let's go. Tunggu, mana sih Chrome Aing?
X1 mau. Oh iya tahu.
Let's go. We'll see guys.
Dari turnamen kemarin.
And the lineup they've opted for in Champs Select is incredibly explosive, strong on the level 1, bars with the Halo Blades, incredibly oppressive if you do want to fight level 1. This is going to be a tricky puzzle to try to solve from the side of JDG to bring us to a game 5.
And to me, Kanavi is going to be the key. He is the one that needs to be the bridge for JDG towards that mid to late game, where I still think that T1 Gold has a lot of power, but that is where the from JDG is going to shine. When Knight and Ruler are hitting 1-2 items, they can single-handedly win fights. We've seen them do it countless times.
Okay.
And they have no choice at this point.
Carrier walking in, getting a little bit of early chip damage. Rain of Arrows coming down as well, just to follow that up. Ruler should be able to back here, not a big deal. A bit more money in the back pocket of Carrier. I imagine he gets all 3 stacks there, so probably can go back, opt for a pot if he so chooses. No, control word.
Kanavi definitely a very good Belveth player. Played a lot of games of it, and their eyeballs are on those Raptors we're talking about. But T1, well aware, trying to defend, should be able to do so. Carrier's even made a recall. Look at the bar coming down mid lane. Carrier's kind of hovering at the mid ground here, just in case JDG were to make a hard push. But of course, with full vision, we know that JDG thought of this stuff
Okay, so they're back.
Nah iya.
The ideal world of starting any Raptors on Belveth will be denied for now. At least see what Kanavi can do to steal some of those away later into the game. Early lane phase, have to see if JDG can get any priority here. Guma not opting for Halo Blade, so not quite as keen to go for lane prio. Instead, trying to match the scaling that Ruler is going to bring to the table with this area.
Oh, Tristan.
Him and Carrier going to be very happy to just take it easy.
Ini siapa S5? Gak tahu.
And we have already seen against LNG what Guma can do on this very auto attack focused Varus.
Itu skin apa Jiu Shone-nya?
Apa itu link?
Collector. And both junglers expected to path towards the bot side of the map. Early level 2 is there for JDG though.
And for Owner, we know how impactful he can be in the early game. It has been a story of junglers pretty much across the entire series. But for Owner on this J4, a bit more pressure to make some of these early plays happen. Topside going well for Zeus here. Early levels for Aatrox difficult. Dark and Blade cooldown is simply so long that it's
Wah,
hard to
Yononya
trade back.
Yononya sih
Not a lot of dive
masih banget.
Itu skin Yono yang mana ya?
Itu Dawnbringer. Iya.
Pushing in on top side.
Iya nggak sih?
Both junglers pushing away from the top lane. Zeus getting a lot of harassment done under the tower even.
Dawnbringer.
Oke. Junglernya udah di bawah. Pantas maju-maju jaya si Zeus.
The Lulu Zeri early on getting control of the minion wave. We want to use that for their safety.
Might have a fight towards the early scuttle as well. Faker, at least right now, will have priority to use that to go for a base instead. I don't know if Knight will actually let him, and we do see Missing and Ruler already trying to make their way over and ensure that Kanavi get this early crab, and doesn't look like
Oke, terciduk semuanya di situ.
Faker did get it back in, made his way back to the mid wave, but will be behind on the play.
Carrier maybe just going to throw down a bit of poke. Cosmic Binding to hit Missing. Kanavi will grab the crab. Velvet incredibly strong early on in the game.
Oke, they get the scuttle.
Aku pengen ngerasa orang turnamen itu offensive mode.
And he's going for the double here. We'll see about the meetup.
Ntar ya
Because owner also trying to get in position first. Can he get to the pixel brush and have control of vision?
Tapi nggak tahu kapan. Jam 10 ini sampai skin apa aja kok. Mau risau.
Priority there for Zeus as well, who's first on the roam if they do try to force the objective. So instead, Scuttle Crab traded 1-for-1. Owner now turning his attention over to his Raptors. Zeus is just keeping this pressure up on the top side of the map.
And I want you to pay attention to the amount of vision that has been set up here.
Gila, visionnya sepanjang sungai.
With this Yone, try and generate leads, which with
Iya,
Ini sepanjang jalan kenangan itu ditaruh ward semua anjir.
they have been doing a good job of tracking Kanavi. Zeus should be able to push to his heart's content.
Right, continuing to poke in the mid lane, but you're right. Control and support for Zeus in so many of these clutch scenarios, regardless of what champion he is playing, has been a hero and a standout for T1 this tournament. As Carrier, for now, just denying Missing's back, has just enough mana for the Whimsy to take him out to safety.
JDG and 369 have to be very careful in this game, because if Zeus gets a lead this game, the Yone has a very easy time of getting set up by a Bard ultimate.
Missing, denied again. There's no killing.
Juara
If
satu
Carrier can land a Bard
800.000
ultimate later, set him up for an easy Yone ult over the top. They can group
Carrier
it.
might be the one
Soalnya kan di tim
in trouble.
dewe sa.
Journey comes out. Ruler going through.
Kak oleh ngomong itu, kak itu loh.
Go over the wall.
Yeah, big thing here is that the
Iku
way
kayu
Zeus
sing
is
ngomong
kind
parah
of
kak
perceived,
Ijang.
is able to actually shove it in with the
Iku
wave
yang
just
jadi
now coming in.
masalah.
I think he will be able to move out Missing. Might have to give up some CS.
Ayo Barudo.
One thing that is really good,
Barudo nggak tuh?
a lot
Juara apa nih?
Zeri games.
4.000 bagi 5.
Absen, halo
25.
Kevin, welcome.
Completely whiffed, looked like a nice
beli
side
kopi sih, ya.
769, no
Itu kan
flash burn.
lumayan kak
Pretty
sih.
favorable trade.
Oleh
Kos.
sertifikat SSKM.
Iya,
Kan bisa di iso.
This area.
Kan
Right, there's
iri
no
nani.
Nautilus,
Apakah akan di
and
push?
that is
Belum
something
kak
that
kon.
really
Ayo. Kon sing daftar
showing that
tadi.
he's going to get
Gantian.
has been able to utilize
Oh,
insanely well.
ICG.
Ini
Apa? Nggak mau.
as much agency as she
Nggak
did
mau.
back then as Carrier
Apa
going for a
apa
play, but
jeneng
got spotted on the
ini
board.
tuh?
Kanavi coming in.
Izinix.
Owner waiting in the darkness.
Atau
Don't want
IG
to
yang
commit to the
aslinya.
play
They
there.
gotta know.
They're late on the bot lane roam. Yes,
ACC
Carrier gets out of the
pesan
lane.
dari orang
For
tersesat.
people?
Faker
Apa?
waiting as long as he can.
Mana?
Shifting
Daftar,
sands.
daftar.
Turning their attention to the bottom
Tersesat
lane.
siapa?
Level 5
Orang
area.
tersesat.
The
Aku,
short tunnel.
aku.
Yeah, if you've ever played Bard, that's a classic.
Akun-
That's a
akun
little stubby guy
tumbalku.
right there. Not gonna do much.
Akun tumbal.
That's why you normal cast and
Dukung
don't
siapa?
cast
T1
Bard.
lah.
Dragon nub. Just get a little.
Do note there are
Gratis
no
loh Ci,
teleports for items on
lumayan.
lane here, so if
Gratis
you
dapat
do get a
100.000
fight for
yo
this
kak.
Dragon Orville,
Ajak siapa aja? Hey.
exclusive lane
Oh.
between 4 versus 4.
Knight?
Owner going in, decent bit of
Sembarang.
the EQ as well as the Iron
Sembarang,
Spike whip.
sembarang.
6 again.
Luma 6.
Kurang satu
Carrier
romer.
flashes
Oh.
the ball, locking up Knight. It's a clean play. Flash,
Siapa?
committing on a Knight. The shot
Wah.
coming in, Faker turning it right.
Faker got the
Pelik itu
first
loh
blood.
ajakan.
Everybody get now. That's a one hell of a
Pelik
magical
oleng.
journey. They'll get the kill back onto Owner, but now they're in
Padau.
territory.
Pelik,
Cosmic Binding is
pelik
good, but here
Cecil
comes
Oni
Kanavi.
di band
Locked up
nangis.
nowhere for
Nggak bisa.
Faker. Go, and JDG
Tidak punya arah
Zeus
dia.
on the top side, going all in. Still,
Alah,
Ruler is
XP.
rich.
XP yang
Both of
missing
those kills
ke.
going into this
Lah, dia kan dari tadi di atas.
exactly what JDG want. Get this Zeri super fed. You
Ah,
have
itu
the
lagi.
Lulu
Terus 2
and
versus
the
2
Orianna.
plus tank.
Double supportive scaling here for the
Juara aku
pentakill
anjir
machine.
2 nih buat 1.
Aduh, Zerinya kill 2 ini agak bahaya.
Initially joined the fight when Carrier goes in, and look at the heal and shockwave combo. Even with the flash, it's not enough, and it means that Guma doesn't actually hit his ult.
Ya, ultinya Guma tidak kena.
And Ruler getting fed on Zeri this
1v1
early.
ini
I've
boleh
seen
dicoba
countless
gak
times,
sih?
and it does not end well for his opponents.
Yeah, it's about the worst possible thing that could happen if you're a Team 1 fan right now.
Oh yeah.
Ruler's area
Max
getting ahead,
10
definitely a
menit
big
game.
concern there. Able to
Lek
go back by
10
the
menit
noon.
tapi gak ada yang
Now locked down
nge-kill,
Fate's gonna take him out to
Ooh.
safety. 369 not able to get in front of it and stop the dash.
Mid only,
I
no
like the call
turret.
from JDG. You know, the
Atau
full
Lord.
rotation
No
of
turret atau Lord
trying to
fucking.
play off of those 2
Ya,
kills
kill
that they
tau.
got, so they can rush
Okay,
out
they're
and
getting
Belveth.
Nah tapi
Here's
satu
those
turret
Rift.
sama dengan 1 poin.
for pushing
Ayo.
along with the pop and
Aku gak heran
continue to
Gon.
snowball him.
It also takes away a lot of the power that Zeus was having in this isolated 1v1. Now Kanavi on the Belveth got an early herald. That's a best case scenario for JDG, and they're looking for more.
Zeus no ulti, very vulnerable if they do want to commit for the all-in, but Owner and Carrier in the area.
Berarti hero marksman paling OP sekarang
Faker
retail
is-
auto.
Oh,
Faker over the wall though has been locked in by the infernal chain.
Apa sih?
oh, polymorphed.
Not gonna be able to get
Popol
out of
bisa
this
gak
one. The
sih?
kill
Popol
coming through for
kaca
Kanavi.
Oh, did he flash?
Iya.
Oh, he doesn't have any flash.
Walks right in.
Semoga bisa diselesaikan T1 di game ini. Jangan ada game keempat dan kelima.
So JDG are able to
Ini game
take
keempat.
basically everything there. The only thing they had to give up was 1 turret.
Ini game keempat, guys.
You can see the continued play. JDG so badly want to use the early power of the Belveth when the Herald goes
Nggak bisa,
down
Bang.
to try and get as much gold into the Zeri as humanly possible.
It's an incredibly heads-up play, not giving Ruler a laning phase. Instead, just focusing on finding all this gold in these favored lane scenarios. He doesn't have to go against the Varus, pulling further and further ahead. Standing on a ward currently. He's going to have the Q3. Doesn't look like he is going to go for it on the top side. He
Oh,
will.
he cancel?
Canceling that one. Q3 can come out. He's only got a few more seconds of soul inbound, but Ruler will be able to just parkour his way out to safety.
Good jump there from Ruler. If Zeus hits that Q, he probably tries to follow up with the ult and then carry it there as
Okay.
well. But he jumps out. No damage dealt. No problem for them. Easy reset afterwards. And very comfortable early lead here for JDG. Not only is it the magnitude of the early lead with the gold here, but it's the concentration of it in the exact perfect
Ini cancel
spot.
lagi.
Just continuously canceling these backs. Actually pretty disruptive to the side of JDG. We're going to push one more wave.
Si Zeus kerja nggak cancel orang pulang.
Powerful. Owner still trailing behind. Doesn't have the luxury of the extra assist or kill. But Owner will start up the Drake. Focus on the Dragons has paid dividends for T1 in the entire bracket stage, excuse me.
And that is actually courtesy of Zeus, right? If Ruler and Missing are able to get their back in early, I think Ruler gets back, picks up his Storm Razor, and then T1 might not be able to get the Dragon. We'll be getting that though.
Okay, they get the first Drake.
How this early game has played out. Very early Storm
Ding,
Razor and
ding,
call finish
ding.
on Ruler. I think he was sitting at like a,
Ding,
what is it,
ding,
8? Yeah,
ding.
700 gold lead already this early on in the game. On a pick that obviously scales insanely well. And early Drake is going to go to T1, but because it's so late, doesn't feel like dragon stacking is going to be as easy as it was in the previous games.
Yeah, and JDG, their eyes are just set on Ruler's inventory. They're
Oh,
like,
la
we get a
matarin
couple
ako.
items on the Zeri,
Kaya nggak ada print.
and then we will be able to take over. So
Oh.
the price of giving up a couple of early dragons, they're not as
Bukan
worried
nama
about because
mata,
they have
sorry.
confidence they can win those later dragon fights and even
Ingatku masih
stop
ada kena
any
belum tahu.
stacking that T1 start early.
And while in the previous game,
Iya,
T1
matanya
had
slow kan.
some phenomenal team fight execution. And do need that to lock down this area.
Kenapa nggak
It's
pakai yang
not
di
something you
main
want to
pilihan
have
awal
to
kok?
rely on. These flawless engages. You want to be able to play things a bit more standard, a bit more
Oh,
by
iya.
the book. And that's only going to get harder and harder.
Oh,
as Ruler gets
Kumayusi
more items under his
bikin
belt. Because we talk
level
about the threat of JDG. They absorb your engage, they re-engage.
atau
That's Zeri
tempo.
in a nutshell. You go in on her, you don't kill her, she pushes all,
Masih
she
ingatku
kills
di
your
ini
entire
di
team.
And a really big thing for T1, I think, is trying to
Marita
get someone
install.
in side lane ahead. And that's why so much attention,
Eso
so much attention
semester
has been
berapa sih?
paid towards Zeus. Because if he is unmatched inside, it gives you a pressure point to try and draw apart JDG. Because in the mid to late game, no one will be able to match this Yone in the 1v1. But if he doesn't actually get a meaningful lead and JDG are able to maintain control of the game, get early objectives, then T1 is going to be stuck trying to
Oh,
5v5,
perkara
trying to
sulit,
actually
mainnya
contest
sangat
some of these
slow.
dragons, some of these barons.
Aku lapar.
Makan sir.
Straightforward task for JDG. Again, particularly with 9 on Orianna, which has been insane throughout this entire series, really the entire tournament, and then Ruler on a Lulu-powered up Zeri.
Yeah, it's just a perfectly constructed comp here for the way that JDG likes to
Dari.
play around their super carries. Meanwhile, T1 overloading topside as we get a teleport back to the tower from 369. Area thinking about it. That's going to be all that they do up here.
Aduh.
Zeus obviously pretty favored in the 1v1, easy for him to kind of dictate when they do and do not trade.
Rafaelanya sih useless ya.
Iyalah lawan Terizla.
Luden's now completed for Faker. The crown for Knight again, aware that he needs to
Lawan
survive
Terizla
on
jangan
side,
pakai support.
potentially against someone as lethal
Kita
as the Yone.
main terus screen sama timnya yang kaya gak sih?
And yeah,
Oh iya, aku pengen bantai di Strikna.
it does take
Soalnya aku nggak suka sama romernya.
particularly from the engaged potential of some
Pernah tadi romer Nico.
Zeus, he needs to
Cobain
play
di-
this aggressive. And you
enak.
see, again, we've talked about this earlier as well.
Enak
But it
kalau main
still
mid lane di
remains
romer
true. There is so much attempted vision
Nico
here
sih,
from
Nico.
T1 just to try and ensure that this Yone can get to a decent state in the game. I don't know if it's going to be enough though. Herald is going to be up in about 35 seconds, and I would expect both teams to heavily try and play towards that. For JDG, offers you an opportunity to get
Mati.
Ruler even further ahead and break open that mid lane turret in particular. For T1, maybe that's the break that Zeus has been looking for.
Looking for that angle as Carry again just continues to be a nuisance here. Magical Journey takes him out to safety. Gumishi just going to catch the wave in mid lane, so you can get priority here first. 1 minute and 30 seconds left on the Drake. Yes, 10 seconds left on the second Herald. JDG get prio here. Expect they're favored on the objective, and you can see the one strong point for T1 in this pretty rough early game is still Zeus on the top side, on the Yone. Going to continue to track what he can get done with his lead.
Oh my
Constantly
god.
moving in, getting some turret plate money for himself,
Ini
getting
kalau
that
blue
pressure
side
down
win
for
terus
T1.
emang game 5
Here
kataku
it comes.
anjrit.
Rift Road's been started, T1 are here. Teleports ready for both
Kataku
Faker
sih.
and Knight.
TV coming
Game
into the
5
TV
sih.
coming into the pit from Faker. Unleashed just in time.
Ini
Ruler
3-2
slowed down just
tapi
a
yang menang
bit. Objective
T1.
getting lower
Tuh.
and lower. Who's going to take it? Kanavi is going to grab it. Ulti coming out with the shockwave on the backside to lock up Gumiyushi. Owner goes in, but he's not able to get much done. Kanavi
Oh.
dipping and diving. Zeus finally going to catch
Oh,
the jungler, but
ya,
Ruler for now is
ya
still
Zeus
alive,
ketarik.
untouched. Kanavi is living. The lightning crash comes out, and it is time for T1 to get the
Hampir.
hell out of dodge. Zeus has burned all of his resources, but continuing to step up. Will walk away, but JDG again, they get the Herald. They keep their jungler alive. It's a perfect exchange.
And Kanavi does not die in those moments. Missing, backing him up. They get the Herald again for the Belveth, and they're able to get the better hand of T1.
Let's see if they can actually start snowballing with it, knock down some of these turrets, because Dragon coming up
Ya
at
ampun sakitnya.
14 seconds, and T1 are trying to reset in time
Anti
for it.
damage.
Take a look at some of the individual gold. Lead on the top side, 1K to Yone. Ruler getting further and further ahead, that much closer to the quick
Mana
wins.
bisa.
Now, T1 do have teleport advantage if
Ada
Zeus
damage.
either get some space away from 369 or even go back to base.
Wan
Zeus
Wannya nggak
could
terbang.
teleport
Kenapa
down to
Wan
the
Wan
Dragon
pakai
fight and kind of sacrifice
ini
the
aja.
push on top in
Ekno
exchange. Also, another thing to think about always when you're playing against the Bard, Kanavi here does have Rift Herald, but Bard can just ult the towers,
Ayah.
immune them, and immune the charge, and
Bard.
nullify most of the effect.
You know, 5 seconds till that ult is available for Carrier. Bar assault already available.
Oh.
Kanavi going through the portal! He didn't mean to click that! Oh, that's gonna cost him! Still standing for now! Will live!
Hidup dia, wah.
Magical journey indeed.
Yeah, but not the good kind of magic. And even though Kanavi is able to stay alive, that is
And
lots of health gone for the jungler, and T1 immediately going to try and capitalize.
Kanavi starting to heal up, has the red buff
Yeah, they
ticking.
can't contest.
But there's no room for JDG to
Anti
contest this
bang,
one. The Herald going to
anti.
be immediately dropped mid. Carrier still has the ulti to deny the charge, but JDG barreling in. A lot of members here might be able to break the tower anyway. Still, they're going to break it. 369 caught up.
Beneran di ulti tower sama Carrier. Udah was such nice ult. Jadi itu gunanya Bard. Jadi itu gunanya Bard. Oh!
The counterpunch from JDG is too damn much, but T1 are still
Ultinya,
standing. T1 are still
ultinya
firing
ke
back.
Knight.
It's a 1-for-1. Oh, these fights are just on the edge. Knight with the shockwave to find them, but the counter kills
Ui.
again. Under tower.
Sakitnya
This time
1-1.
around, Konami's not
1-1
surviving
setup.
under tower twice.
And this is
Anti, anti.
number
Okay.
3.
Gosh.
Neither of these teams are giving up anything
Ayo,
for
Dit.
free. And after the charge is denied, it's Zeus going in aggressively, but this is an Oriana
Apa?
that actually does have
Dari
the
emblem
ground
katanya.
and missing has his defensive cooldowns as well. Is able to walk over
Sakit
the
banget
edge.
itu
And then
ultinya
the
Oriana.
shockwave, it looks like the fight is turned for JDG, but it's not enough for Zeus.
Zeus running, has no fate sealed. Still a big threat in the 1v1 with the rest of the team now on the way. Looks like Hullbreaker will be the second item choice for Zeus, so focusing on that side lane.
Konami's had some wild clicks so far in this game. The magical journey and then also the crystal there going in.
That was very close to being like the worst click of the tournament. But he lives somehow.
It's fine. He's okay.
It's fine. We learned cats have 9
Yo,
lives.
Pani
Velvet has
Arti.
3. You only get a couple of those before she eventually has to go down.
All right, well, we do have the quick blades
Suaranya kencang
for
banget.
Zeri, for Ruler here. Level 11 Zeri Ruler. Now that is a bit scary for T1. They have to give preference on the map right now to wherever Ruler is moving with JDG. The chase down potential of this champion, if you make a mistake, is going to be too much.
Way too much. Yeah, we've seen a lot of Zeris just barely get out and then turn a team fight. And it is also fitting that it's Knight and Ruler that I think are going to have to do heavy lifting. 369, just because of the counter pick, hasn't really been able to have the biggest impact. And it was Knight and Ruler together that were able to deny that crucial 5th game from KT with an absolutely heroic play, which didn't involve Zeri, but did involve Knight's Oriana. And it feels like T1 should be good when it comes to specifically the side lane. They are
The Crown of the Shattered Queen.
Menang siapa, Claire?
4-2 JDG. 4.
And even in some of these team fights here, Zeus in a position to create a lot more pressure than 369's Aatrox. This is a defensive Aatrox. This is the Gore Drinker Sterix, tankier version of it, not the lethality that we have been seeing. Whereas Zeus here will have big damage output. We saw the grouping of the ultimate on display in the last one.
Yeah, as long as he can stack up that Q, should be able to find backline access when combined with the Soul Unbound, the Fate Seal, the Ultimate, and E respectively.
The priestess of primal
Baker continues to walk up on the top side.
gods.
Now Carrier caught out, no magical journey available. Ruler walks in, just gets a freebie.
Knight serves up
Waduh,
Ruler some
Zeri
extra
3-0.
gold on a silver platter.
And now JDG just walking in, looking to take tier 2. Guma's here, but what is he going to get done? Now trying to lock them up, has flash out to safety. Owner buying a bit more space for Guma, but they're being forced to retreat. TP already used. Zeus waiting over the wall, trying to find the jungler. It feels personal how many times this man has managed to survive, but the fate is sealed of Kanavi. T1 managed to punish in the mid lane. Carrier traded for Kanavi in the grand scheme of things.
Baker says, I invest my TP, I take my kill, as they are able to collapse onto Kanavi there. And
Yeah,
I
I
think that is
invest my TP, I take my kill.
try and get more. What is T1 going to do? They do
Baker.
have a
They have a Yone and a Varus.
Nata.
They eat this objective alive.
Oke, Baronnya gelap.
They have zero vision, they have zero way into the pit, they have zero tools to get on top of them quickly. T1 are determined to take the objective. It's getting lower and lower. There's a portal in the back of the
Okay, they get the Baron and get away too.
Wah.
And we hadn't seen a lot of these, but the T1 Baron is back, baby. 21 minutes in, Kanavi goes down, and T1 might also be
Going
able to
for
use this to
the
set themselves up for an Ocean Soul point. A Hullbreaker
Dragon?
Ocean Soul Yone. It's a nightmare.
You can best believe Kanavi's going to hear it after this one. He better have some good plays around Dragon coming up.
And that's the thing, as much as we talk about not being able to give JDG an inch because they're so proficient in the late game, the same is true of T1 around Baron. If there's any team that will go for this objective at a moment's notice, it is this T1 lineup. But JDG know they have priority access to the pit. Zeus waiting over the wall. Again, it is all eyes on Ruler. He has to be the difference maker here. A good shockwave. The Zeri follow-up could be enough for JDG to take the fight, but for now they're focused on the objective. Owner zoning them away. 2.5K is getting lower and lower. They will burn it down.
Oh, dapet juga drink.
Knockup coming through. Owner caught up. Flag and Drag will take him out to safety. Kanavi burning on the back side. Owner still standing with Ruler with the lightning crash now trying to go in, but goes gold and Carrier buys a bit more space for the rest of the team. Arrows coming in from the bars. Ruler incredibly low, but maybe, just maybe he can turn it back, but Guma's still standing tall. He can't walk in the stage. T1 starting to feel
Hampir.
Ruler Zeri, not enough. T1 are running JDG.
Penontonnya sih.
Penontonnya gokil sih, nggak bohong sumpah. Rasanya lu kayak melawan dunia, nggak bohong gua. Lu blunder dikit, lu dicemooh satu studio gitu loh. Kayak imagine the mental. Terus imagine Kanavi sama Ruler. Mereka di rumah mereka tapi tak serasa seperti di rumah, anjir. Ini brutal, Cok.
Udah lama kayak gini. Kalau akun kecil nggak apa-apa. Tapi kalau akun gede kayak gini. Akun gue kecil sebenarnya udah nggak perlu main pas. Yang baru dari level 50.
Ambek infokan skor. In skor sementara 2-1 T1. Ini game keempat. Oh. Kiri ya? Wadah deh. Oh my god.
Around the dragon wasn't there. The Baron now just times out. Kanavi's the only one that remains dead, but T1 with lightning quick speed takes so much from JDG. Faker now 5 kills to his name on the Azir, collecting heads. Ruler jumps through the wall, and T1 are not gonna let that one slide. Carrier nails him. Zeus with the follow-up.
Gila. Ini jangka waktu kejadian ini cuma 5 menit, coy.
Gue kan ngapain atas.
But just the level of dominance that T1 was able to show ever since that dragon fight. The gold lead now.
T1 menang nih. Menang lah. Harus menang anjing. Nggak menang final nggak nonton gua. Kalau T1 kalah finalnya gue boykot.
It's gonna be off the back of a miraculous Zeri team fight. Knight is locked.
Again? Kyria with the bar is unstoppable, man. Gila penontonnya. Penontonnya gila. Minimal kalau gua kalah, kalahnya nggak cuman bawa sedih, kalahnya kena mental juga, Cok. Minimal maksimal. Oh my gosh.
Ruler's flash cooldown, which I think is going to be an absolutely pivotal summoner, will not be up for when the dragon spawns. There is a window here for T1 where they can all in on this dragon, try and make sure that the Zeri won't be able to get away as consistently from the engage. From Zeus to the finishing wits end. Builds like this on doesn't skill nearly as well as some of the more AP or crit focused builds, but right now you are dishing out so much damage. T1, they have been faced with the LPL gauntlet. They took down BLG in the Swiss stage, they took down LNG in the quarterfinals.
Terus bro, terusin bro.
Gila T1 di LPL Slayer.
Taking the buff. Tension on each and every play that JDG are going to try to go for at this stage of the game. They cannot afford any more slip-ups, any more mistakes to be caught out. And it's so hard now. because Carrier can just fish with Bard ults. T1 have the advantage. A massive gold lead, 3 Drakes backing them up, 4 seconds to the Baron, 6 to the Ocean Soul. JDG have to be careful.
Zeus coming up the river here.
JDG have to be perfect.
He's gonna start up the dragon himself.
Kanavi getting chunked away. Zeus can start this one, draw the attention of JDG. They're forced to respond. They can't afford to give up the soul. Guma clearing the mid wave. T1 a bit split.
Apa ini?
Eyes on
Ocean
Roar,
Soul?
eyes on the shockwave of Night. Kanavi stepping in, flash to the side from Faker. At the cost of very little.
Oh! Faker!
A massive mistake. Carrier now going in. The Ruler's untouched. Goes golden and now Ruler looking to take over the fight. Ruler still standing.
Oh! Kalah. Ruler kalah sama Guma Siu.
Sayu's now stepping in. Fate sealed. Or rather, Soul Unbound now taking it back. The Ocean Soul for T1. They get everything they want.
It's the death cap! It's the death cap for Faker to damage! Unexpected! They're gonna get Soul! They're gonna get Baron!
Run from it! Dread it! T1 are inevitable! Faker will come for the final spot! T1 will get the Baron! They will get the split push! They've got JDG!
Oh my god.
JDG, they've got maybe one last fight in them. And then a few more after that if they want to claw their way back into this game, but it all falls apart. A single mistake, a single moment where Kanavi messes up, costs JDG so much.
He tries to get the W knock up onto Faker. Faker flashes it to the side and then chops him down, and that is the signal for T1. They go all in, Carrier onto Ruler, Ruler flashing then onto Guma Yushi, but Guma pops him.
And it's the player on T1 that had the worst
Dijujuk sakit amat.
2022, but it's him
Iya gila.
trying to keep and hold down the fort and wins it there.
Coming into this tournament, he said, me and Carrier are the best
Kocak si Bengi.
He is looking to prove it as he breaks the back
Aduh.
of each and every LPL AD carry.
Guma Yushi
Aduh.
also said, when questioned, how will you stop Ruler? I won't. I will crush him. And he just did.
And now, crucially, Ruler doesn't have his flash available. Knight doesn't have his flash available. Just shy of death cap. No real power there for the Orianna. Such a defensive build.
Oh my
I don't know if they're gonna
gosh.
have damage, particularly with Ocean
Seenggaknya
Soul.
rumah Ruler aman.
Can't be stopped. He can be slowed, but he cannot be
Rumahnya
stopped.
Ruler ya lo.
369 will not be enough.
Nggak salah.
JDG know that that's a losing prospect on the top side, so instead they will focus on the bottom side, but this inhibitor will be a
Oh.
continuous weak point. 369 finding the lockup. Zaya snapping back on the Soul Unbound. Will just break the
Inhib.
inhibitor. He knows what he's here for. It is slow. It is controlled. It is diligence. The hype moment over for a moment as Kanavi weaves in and out of the exchange.
Waduh, bawah mati.
Onward.
T1. Explosive fight after explosive fight has put them in a position to
Guma
close this
Yushi
out.
buang-buang ulti nggak apa-apa. Bentar lagi up lagi ultinya.
1,000 cuts for JDG.
Enggak deh. Dia bikin Guma Yushi
Aduh, mau aku batal
attack speed, leta tempo.
Nice.
JDG trying to defend their golden road as it crumbles before them. T1, the onslaught will not stop. Third inhibitor goes down.
T1 pushing in.
They're not done.
Got the Baron
Oh,
still.
stun.
Iya, katanya
6
pengen minggu
seconds.
pertama. Ya,
5K Red Bull Baron power play backing them up. Zayas finding
30 seconds Baron.
single misstep from JDG.
Apakah akan selesai dalam waktu 30 detik?
Iya.
Getting lower and
Bluetooth itu.
lower, falling apart under the pressure. JDG's hope
Oh, relay. Relaynya tuh bisa. Outputnya tuh bisa.
Di stun lah sama Bart.
Output dari dulu itu. Kan, dari listriknya itu. Ada tuh nih, aku beli yang 52 ampere malah dikasihnya 12 volt atau apa. Pas mau nyolokin ke
Yeay.
pas aku mau nyolokin
Mana yang bilang? Mana yang bilang? JDG. Maju. Maju lu sini.
Aku.
Maju lu.
makanya kayak nyetrum.
Maju klan.
Aku bang.
Let's go. Kan kayak gini jadi kita ada konten minggu depan. Minggu depan? Oh ya bisa. Faker ngamuk. Ya. Ini mereka feeling gue mereka tuh dibensinin. Jadi ada bensinnya itu tuh ini tahun terakhir mereka. Ya kayak masa kita nggak win Worlds gitu. Mingdep Claire cosplay jadi faker. Anjir, cosplay nggak tuh gua. BLG ku masih imbang kok sama Weibo. Iya makanya Weibo kemarin 3-2 5 game sama BLG. Kemarin BLG juga 5 game sama Genji. Berarti ya kurang lebih kita tidak tahu ya. Berarti 5 game juga lah besok minggu depan. Jam berapa sih minggu depan? Grand final NOBAR kak, pasti. Itu udah pasti. Tapi kayak kalau grand final kayaknya aku nggak ini deh. Apa? Aku nggak share screennya deh. Jadi paling ntar kita ngumpul di Harmo aja. Ngumpul di Harmo, terus share screen di Discord. Aku streamnya free talk aja gitu. Ini nunggu lawan T1 kan? Hah? Udah, lawannya udah dapet. Lawannya udah dapet. Weibo Gaming, Weibo. Apakah setelah Worlds 2023 Faker retired dan jadi pelatih? Real kata gua sih. Nggak tahu deh, dia retired nggak ya? Kayaknya sih retired kata gua. Lawannya siapa? Weibo. Nggak aman emang. Nggak aman emang share final. Enggak, final tuh ada lagunya. Ntar copyright, copy kanan.
Bagus dong.
Bagus pala kau. Jadi maksudnya biar kita full nontonnya bareng, kualitasnya bagus gitu, di Discord aja gitu. N atau satu match nih, apa nanti final? Apa piye? NN udah kelar Agus, sudah kelar. NN kelar. Besok Faker salto. Oh iya anjing. Roll depan. Faker roll depan. Saya nobar di Discord dan kita lihat apakah ada cosplayer. Anjay. 3-1 berarti. Yes, 3-1. Gitu guys. Let's go final. Harmo, iya Discord officialnya Harmonia. Nah, ada di description di paling bawah ada linknya. Join, buru. Minggu depan kita nobarnya di Discord Harmo ya. Nanti aku minta.
Tuh bang.
Wait. Nanti aku minta dibikinin akses. Harusnya bisa sih di nobar. Nanti harusnya bisa kok. Cuma nanti aku bikin kalian semua bisu. Adanya mau pencet. Senyum Faker pas last war pasti bikin waduh. Nggak gitu juga bang.
Nice.
Jam berapa Mingdep Claire? Kabar-kabar di X ya. Nih aku cek aja sekarang, gampang. Ini udah ada sekarang jadwalnya. Masa nunggu besok. Jam 3 guys, sama. Jam 3 juga. Kayak hari ini. Kan dapat 15 poin gua. Yay. Saya tuker apa ya? Menentukan pilihan di Swiss. Menentukan pilihan final. Udah dapat apa? Oh, kapsul doang. Nah, poinnya gue bisa tuker apa? Enggak ada. Ya pokoknya gitulah, bisa ditukar. Ada hadiahnya lah. Anjay jam 3 gas. Yoi. Jam 3 sore lagi ya guys minggu depan. Oh sistemnya gitu. Kalau bangkit 2-2 masih 1 match ya. Kalau udah 3 berarti udah menang toh. Kirain harus 5 match biar 4-1. Enggak, kan best of 5. Jadi kalau misalkan udah 3 kan nggak mungkin dibalap sampai 3 kan, matchnya cuma 5 tuh. Jadi yang duluan dapet 3 yang menang. Tabung-tabung poinnya, siapa tahu Mingdep final dapat sesuatu. Itu dia. Oke, dan ini tinggal wawancara. Gimana perasaannya Bapak Zeus dan Bapak Honor setelah akhirnya menang dan masuk final lagi bang? Gitu. Nah, itu share screen-nya mana ya? Oh ini dia. Nah.
Post
Oke,
game interview.
selesai sudah. Tolong ditranslate Claire. Nggak aku tonton, malas. Nggak penting. Sistem BO5 paling efektif, nggak melelahkan. Betul. Moga aja
BO7,
Zeus di
BO7.
final gacor. Real. Lawan The Shy. Iya. Weibo kan. Sahan lu menang. T1. Gila lu. Jangan main. Bye-bye. Gila, T1 dilawan bu. Nah, sumpah, tapi doa gue cuma satu sih, minimal menang sekali. Terus habis itu lu mau pensiun kayak lu mau jadi pelatih, gue udah gak peduli, yang penting menang dulu sekali gitu. Ntar yang lain menangnya tahun depan aja gitu. Aduh Genji, udah tahun depan deh Genji deh gitu. Penting tahun ini T1 dulu. Udah kelamaan karena kutukan juara 2 itu maksud gue. Minimal menang dulu sekali. Habis itu udah deh terserah mau Genji ke, mau Weibo ke, mau LNG, gak peduli gua. Tuh. Tapi mau lihat sih roster tahun depan pasti kan berubah tuh LCK. Iya gak sih? Harusnya ada yang berubah sih kalau T1 berubah. Pasti ada yang berubah tuh rosternya tahun depan. Nah kita lihat yang berubah siapa ketemu siapa nanti. Dev pensiun ya? Apa gimana sih? Tunggu, mari kita cari. Katanya soal ini di World's Last Dance-nya dia. Maksudnya apa ya? Pensiun dia. Oh iya kah? Dia beneran pensiun kah? Weh. Oh iya, Cok, dia beneran retire? Dia beneran retire? Oh my god. Nggak tahu sih. Nggak tahu link. I don't know. Udah join DC, jangan lupa ambil roles. Nanti nggak bisa join voice kalau belum ambil roles. Minimal ada Timo dimainin. Baker pindah ML anjing. Pindah ML nggak tuh? Harusnya iya, tim-tim lain udah pada ada rumor pergantian pemain. Iya makanya. Soalnya T1 kan tahun ini terakhir. Berarti logikanya rosternya ganti semua tuh. Ya nggak sih?
Maybe.
Logikanya sih begitu ya. Nah kalau satu ganti biasanya semua ganti. Makasih nobarnya Claire, luar biasa. Yoi mantap. Soalnya gue tadi lebih ke deg-degan sih. Gue takut Iwan kalah. Soalnya ya gak ada yang tahu anjing. Kalau dia blunder lu kan kalah judulnya. Itu guys. Kan saya takut. Iya, toh dia gak mau nari lagi. Siapa gak mau nari lagi? Lama juga ya jedanya 1 minggu menuju final. Kirain besok Senin finalnya. Iya, orang seminggu sekali dia. Minggu lalu, minggu ini, minggu depan. Kalau nggak menang kayaknya ganti. Kalau menang siapa tahu pengen tambah. Soal pokoknya gue dengernya itu hoak-hoaknya itu ini tahun terakhir mereka bareng. Gitu. Jadi kayaknya sih harusnya ganti. Mau menang atau kalah. Tapi yang pasti Keria nggak retire karena Retia nggak tuh, karena Keria bilang ini adalah
tuh yang Pak Heri itu
Apa dia bilang?
bisa.
Pokoknya dia kayak bilang ini
Tapi
adalah
nggak bisa ngejelasin.
awal
Tapi kan jelas,
dari petualangan
Iya,
dia gitu guys.
kayak ngebulet.
Katanya Keria. Kelas dia
Iya,
sekarang
jadi
nggak mau
kesini,
landing.
nanti
Oh iya bener betul.
berapa kulit? Ya kesini lagi.
Dijamin mereka ditraktir Pak Bos Tiwan kalau menang Worlds daging tomahawk fix.
Istilah.
Dan ya abis ini makan-makan enak dulu lah mereka lah. Minggu depan gitu kan jalan-jalan gitu kan healing ya kan gitu. Hahaha dulu. Oke guys. Karena nobarnya sudah kelar ya. Mari kita sudahi stream hari ini guys. Oke. Nah, aku juga mau siap-siap nih mau beli makan. Labar. Otsukare guys. Terima kasih yang sudah mampir. Terima kasih yang sudah Terima kasih yang sudah menyempatkan waktunya datang ke sini, yang udah nobar juga dari tadi. Thank you so much. Terima kasih atas company-nya terhadap Bapak Iji dan Bapak Hansen dan Didit. Walaupun mereka main Mobile Legend tapi nggak apa-apa. Saya maklumkan. Siapa tahu kan mereka pro player Mobile Legend kan ngalahin RRQ waduh. Aruniti masuk pro player Mobile Legend. Tiwan mau pulang ke Tangerang kalau menang World katanya. Lu kira Tangerang One maksud lu? Capek banget gua. Otsu guys. Sama-sama. Nah, saya sudah duluan makan, udah dinner buset. Otsuka pai. Oke, Otsu guys. Thank you semuanya. Terima kasih sudah mampir dan nobar bersama. Faker OTW jadi pemain Dota 2. Iya, pindah aliran dia. Enggak main AoV lah dia, main AoV. Nah, guys. Oh, jangan-jangan Faker mau main Valorant. Pindah dia. Masuk T1 Valorant dia. Jangan-jangan lu kita nggak ada yang tahu. Also guys. Bye. I'll see you guys on my next stream. Gak tahu kapan, nanti seperti biasa saya mendadak, jadi jangan lupa nyalain lonceng. Sekian dan terima kasih. Ya. Sama di Discord, jangan lupa join Discord juga untuk nobar minggu depan, oke? Bye guys. Thank you semua. Bye bye. Also guys, thank you. Thank you.